Welcome to the Boar's Nest, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I know it says OMD, but this is not OMD. This is Mr. Chris Bass stuffing his face full of food because he's eating. It's okay, man. Do your thing. Again, this is not the regular Boar's Nest, ladies and gentlemen. This is just Bubba Duke hanging out, chilling with some friends. Chris, how's your day going, my friend? As he's stuffing his
Pretty busy. It was a pretty busy day. Had an appointment this afternoon I had to go take care of. Then I did my taxes. Because, you know, it's tax season here in Canada.
Shoot, I forgot. I got to do that.
Yep.
Oops. My game froze here. Come on. Don't be doing this to me, man. It's lagging. So much for that idea.
It being that it's fucking cold as balls outside, I'm right now enjoying a nice hot bowl of pea soup.
The old pea soup, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to game for everybody, but it decided to take a shit. So I'm going to turn that off now. Oh, well. But no, we're just chilling here. I'm going to play some gaming in the background while we talk whatever we feel like talking
Whatever's
about.
on our mind.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to look for a game to play too. I actually started playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla today.
Ooh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
How are you liking that?
It's all right so far. I'm only maybe like half an hour into the game, so
yeah.
I know I haven't quite hit the meat and potatoes of the game. So
no, I'm just getting to the meat and taters of the game.
Yeah.
If you are into Vikings and that folklore and everything that goes with it, definitely a sweet fucking game to play. I'm enjoying it because I like Viking stuff. I like the whole Thor and Loki and all that kind of stuff.
The Norse mythology and all that.
Yeah, I really dig that kind of stuff because it's hard not to believe some of the stuff, you know, like the big goblins and all these mythical characters and shit. It's hard not to believe that, hey, you know, these things could have legitimately existed back in the day, you know, like like I watched a movie, I can't remember what it was called, Trolls, I think. Troll. It was a live action movie anyway, but it was about the king of the trolls being freed from a mountain and him going back to save his family, but his family had all been killed by the humans. It was really cool, really interesting, really different, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm kind of waiting. We're kind of waiting to see if anybody else joins us because I got in the mail today. I got my birthday gift that I ordered for myself, y'all. It's right here. It was opened at the border, probably because they thought it was drugs, but it's not. Honestly, oh no, it wasn't even open. They just taped it down because all the free air in the top. Okay, so there's that much space, so they had to just tape down so you couldn't get into it, I guess. Thank you. We lost Chris Best. That's okay. I'm sure Bro will be back. Anybody that's watching, please feel free to jump in. Give us a little chat over there on the comment section, and bring up a conversation. We'll all talk. We'll all have fun. We'll look into some crazy. We'll do whatever. We'll talk about whatever today. I am waiting for Mr. Double J. I call him the voice to come in. I want to talk some conspiracy theories with this guy because his show on Fridays is about conspiracy stuff and different things that are going on. So I want to throw a couple conspiracies at him. Welcome back, Chris, and see what he says, and
Yeah,
discuss that kind of stuff. Hey, you froze up.
I
Eh?
everything just froze on me. StreamYard's not liking me
No, it's
today.
okay.
But well, I know I've got to actually clean my computer. That was one thing I forgot to do today.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm still sorting out. I'm actually making another podcast area in my house here. Kind of discussed some shit with my mom and was like, "Hey, listen, I wanna be able to broadcast a lot better and a lot more comfortable. Do
Mhm.
you think I could use a section of the rec room? Oops, what the hell just happened to my Xbox? Um, because she has a computer desk in my kids' room, not even using it. So I'm
Right.
like, I'd like to take that desk and put it in the rec room somewhere in a corner and put this memorabilia behind me that I have here and do my podcast out there. I want to set up my two laptops and then have in the middle a little monitor. It doesn't have to be huge like I have in my room right now to put my Xbox on and be able to game through that. So we're gonna be switching that rec room around pretty soon to
Yeah.
allow me that ability to podcast out there. Is that really dark? That really darkens up the whole.
And
Yeah.
that's actually something I'm going to be doing too. It's not going to be a visual change for our viewers, but the way I've got my laptop set up right now, it's sitting on a cat carrier. My old laptop,
Whoa.
it's sitting on a cat carrier so that it can capture my game stuff. But I've got a
Nice.
table here that I can move and set it on. However, I need to get a 10-foot USB cord to go um from my capture card to my laptop in order for that to work. So on payday,
Um,
I'll be heading up Best Buy or wherever I can find to get a good USB cord for that.
USB cord, you said,
Mhm.
or HD
USB.
USB? Okay,
Yeah.
because I was gonna say I have a 20-foot HD cable here somewhere. If that's what you were looking for, but no USB. I do not have any of
Yeah.
that stuff. So yeah, my bad. Um, so there's this conspiracy, this thought, this that the moon isn't real. I've heard. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so my friend and I are gonna put it to the test. One of the guys I work with, we both have very decent phones that we can zoom in pretty far.
Mm-hmm.
This theory is that when you zoom into the moon with your phone, it just pops up a picture that you can zoom in the picture. And it's not the real moon. It's just a visualization of somebody with a telescope that has already done it. So we're gonna see what happens the next time it's clear out, and that there's a clear vision of the moon. And we're gonna zoom in and see what happens, and I'm gonna record it on my phone of him doing it, and then he's gonna record on his phone of me zooming in. He says the last time he did it, he was zooming in, and then all of a sudden, the moon was this big on his phone, and he wasn't. He was just zooming in really slow, right? And then just all of a sudden,
Mm-hmm.
boom! It was like zoomed in, but it didn't zoom in on his. Like the numbers didn't change, but the moon went from being this big to like that. So we're gonna test that theory and record it, and I'm gonna show it here what happens. But hopefully, Double J's actually cooking supper right now. He sends me a picture of what he's doing. He's like, "This is what I'm doing, bro." But he's got steaks on the
I can,
barbecue, like wherever he's at. I'm like, bro, why you gotta put steaks on the barbecue and then show a fat man, right? Like, come
yeah,
on, like that's rude, bro. And they're good looking
dude,
steaks too. Like,
it was warm enough today that I was fucking almost tempted to fucking fire up my barbecue. So,
it. Listen, you know how warm it was today? I wore a t-shirt to work instead of my. I have a stretchy sweater kind of thing. It's like a stretchy material, not
yeah,
spandex, but spandex. Like. And I usually wear that to work because I'm moving all the time and it breathes really easy. So I'm
yeah,
warm, but I'm not cooking. I didn't even wear that today. I just wore my work shirt. I was like, oh, t-shirt weather. Like I could have pulled out shorts and my flip flops, bro, if it wasn't so wet out. But it was nice. It was
oh,
just chill today. There was no headaches today. Everything went smooth. Um, so everybody knows that I had a job opportunity because I had said it on. I think it
I was
was
just about to ask you about that because I wasn't too clear about what you said on
no,
Facebook
no, no.
there.
That's kind of why I wanted to do this. Um,
Yeah,
so as everybody knows, I'll recap. I had an opportunity to go back to driving transport again. Um, Something I loved. I've wanted to drive transport since I was a kid. Got to do it for a little bit. Kind of got. I had a bad load with a coil. So basically, it's just a big round rolled up steel. Um,
yeah,
had to stop suddenly. Broke a couple chains. Scared the shit out of me. I actually had a full blown panic attack where I couldn't get back in the truck. Even getting into a car to come home from where I was an effort. Um, so that screwed me up. I haven't been in a truck probably in a year. I had the opportunity to get back in one, all cool, dandy, things are going good. I get a phone call from the owner, the uh, the owner. I would call him like the vice president of the company. So the president, the vice president,
hmm,
and one of the other guys. I don't know what his title is, but he's a moron. So the guy that I don't know his title, we'll call him Jim Bob. He doesn't like me. He is the other reason I didn't work for that company for a while. Um, he basically called me a liar and told me I was full of shit. That I'll never work for that company again as long as he's working there. All over paperwork that I had. I had everything filled out, signed out, blah blah blah. Like everything was
yeah,
I's crossed, T's dotted. Blah blah blah. Right?
yeah.
And he called me a liar. So I told him to hoop his forehead, and I left. Um, on this phone call, he tells me that he doesn't want me there to begin with. I'm only there because said company that I was going to work with again needed my help. They needed a driver. It's the only reason I'm there. That I had to do as I was told to keep my mouth shut and be the good little bitch, basically, is the short of the long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I told them to take their hat, shove it, turn it, like The Rock would say, and shove it up their candy butts. And they can keep their truck and good luck keeping the company open. Because at this point, the dude that I was going to go work for, now that I'm not coming there to basically bail him out, he's probably going to lose the company because he's losing contracts left, right, and center because he can't keep drivers because this other company is running his company. They're not letting him hire whoever he wants that will run the truck, that will,
Yeah.
you know. So because of said company, I had to back out of the deal. I was like, nope. And the minute I did that, The minute I said no, I'm done. I'm not putting myself through this again because it's basically you're telling me that you're job hunting me right from the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I did that, my migraine headache that I had from the back of my neck
Right.
all the way up to my forehead, that I've had for probably 2 weeks because I've been contemplating this deal for 2 weeks, went away. It went away. It stopped, instantly stopped. So it's like, okay, I know
Yeah.
I'm making a good decision because for the betterment of my health, it's gone now. But yeah,
Hmm.
being told to, you know, shut up and do what you're told, like that right away tells me the minute that I don't have a load from the contract that I'm signing on to, the minute I don't have a load for that contract, they're putting coils on my truck. And I'm going to say no because I don't do coils because of the situation that happened before. They're going to fire me.
Right.
But, but all this being said, on the good note, on the positive side, I went to the place I'm working for now and put it in front of my boss saying, listen, I have an opportunity to get back into a truck. Dude went as white as a ghost when I said that. Um, but I want to stay here. Give me a reason to stay here. And he's like, okay, cool, you're full time
Nice.
with all the bells and whistles. He goes, you could start at 8 or you could start at 9. I'll leave that up to you. I'm like, I prefer to start at 9 because then I don't feel so burnt out working 8 to 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, guaranteed weekends off. He goes, I will never ask you to work a weekend. And you're always either 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. I was like, okay, done, done. So I just emailed that other company and said, yeah, nope, I'm done. You guys want me to be walking on tiptoes and you know pussyfooting around? No, done. Bye.
Yeah.
Later. Okay, dude, I can't wait for anybody else. I'm opening my gift right now because
Do it.
I forgot. I forgot what I ordered. To be honest with you, like I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot. I ordered it right before my birthday, and then with
Yeah.
everything that's been going on, my brain just completely. Sorry if this is loud, but I completely forgot what I ordered. Let's see. Oh, right, I ordered. I forgot I got these. The earbuds that hook on your ear.
Oh yeah. I actually remember you talking about that.
Right. I forgot it. Dude, I have a good memory, but it sucks. That
Yeah,
is
me
so
too.
cool. Well, because I have.
So I've got.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, I got earbuds. Okay, I'll show you them. I'll unplug it here because I have it charging right now. I got a tube thing, right? It's tube. Charged tells me it's charged. And I open it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all magnetic, but it's got these earbuds like this, right? And because of the issues I had
Mm-hmm.
growing up with my ears, it doesn't stay in there. My ears actually will push them out. Dude, that's cool. That's charged. So I got these ones that hook
So do
on my
mine.
ear.
That's why I got. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got these so I can wear them to work, and I
That's
don't have
why I
to
do the
listen
over
to
the ears too.
yeah. And then I don't have to listen to people on the bus because when I get on the bus, the special need people that go to the wrestling events, when I was wrestling, they
Mm-hmm.
harass me. They bug me. The one actually is
Yeah.
banned from ECW events that I know of because I haven't seen her there in like 4 months, 5 months now. And she was
You mean
like
CWB,
religiously
right?
CWE. What did I say?
Yeah.
ECW.
ECW. I was gonna say, when did Paul Heyman start booking in our city?
Never, never say never, my friend. Never say never. How do I open these? I want to actually open them and show you guys. Could you imagine, bro? How
Is that
fucking
certain
cool.
someone? Is that
Go
certain
ahead.
someone a particular redhead fan who used to go to our?
No, but her friend.
Uh, oh yeah, okay, I know who you're talking about then. Yep,
Yeah. If it's not one, it's the other, right?
yep.
Oh, that is so cool.
No,
Look how fucking
I've
this is
known the
neat.
both of them. I've known the both of them since fucking high school. So
It's got a
was that
cool
is that the
little.
charger or is that just a
That's
carrying case?
that's the no. It's a charger. It's got the little plug-in in the back.
Oh sweet.
How do I open it though without? Oh, dude, look at that shit. Look at that. No, you can't see it very well. There you go. That is cool. And and the one's charged. I think. Yep. Oh, and it's got a little display on the front. Look at that. It says they're at 100%.
Oh, to let you know how far along the charge is.
That is so cool. Okay, that is sweet. I will use these a lot. Okay, let's put that back in there. True wireless earbuds is what they're called. They super long battery life, wireless sports earbuds, sweat
That might
proof
be
even.
something. That might be something I might have to look into. These are the headphones. These are my Bluetooth headphones. I've switched over because
Okay.
these ones are far more comfortable than the ones I used to wear. um, but the right side here is starting to like if I make a slight movement, I can hear crackling come from it.
Yeah, it's time to switch.
It's it's almost time, yeah.
You're definitely getting to that
I've
point. Oh,
had
it's got
these
a built-in
headphones.
mic.
I've had these headphones for close to 6 years now. So,
Excuse me. So it has a built-in mic into it.
oh,
So
nice.
if I want, I can use them on phone calls. Portable charger. They're sport, sweat proof. 6 independent keys. Oh, okay, cool. Has an auto link option and comfortable earwear, and they're black, which is what I wanted. I mean,
Mm.
I wanted the camouflage ones, but they were like
Mm.
$10 more. And I was just like, I don't want flashy fucking red ones. I don't want, mind you though, if I could have found the Superman ones or the Batman black and yellow, dude, I would have got that in a heartbeat because I like Batman, as everybody knows. What else do I have in here? In this gift, the bag of craziness. Man, they stuffed this shit in here. Hold on. Sorry if that's loud, y'all.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's okay. While you're getting your gift out, I've got some potentially life changing news for myself as well.
Ooh, okay.
So today I had an appointment with my Ontario Works caseworker,
Yes. Okay.
and I happened to tell her that I am looking for work right now, and I'm very heavily looking for work right now, but it's been slim pickings for the things I can find. So
Right.
now, starting next month, she's going to be setting me up to do weekly meetings with an employment counselor down at Employment Solutions. I've dealt with
Nice.
Employment Solutions before, and they got me work just like that.
Yeah, it's all about who they know, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. I got my. Oh, that's not cool. My phone holder for when I get my car,
Nice.
and it's got the mount for the. That's cool. I'll put that back in the box then.
Oh, the windshield mount.
Actually, it's got a sticky pad on it that you can stick it to your dash too.
Mm.
Yep, it sticks to the dash. That's cool. Well, let's put that back in here somehow. Because, yeah, I paid attention when I pulled it out. Oh, how do I release that now? Whoa, that almost went flying at me here. Well, I'll have to work that out later. There you go, into the box. What's this big giant box in here? Oh, no way, dude. There's one thing missing. I bet you they fucking took it too if they opened this. My tactical belt for my pants. I got a fucking Bluetooth speaker.
Well, that's where if you're missing a piece, something from your package, you want to get on the horn with Amazon.
It's not Amazon.
And find out what's going on with it. Oh,
yeah, I didn't order this.
Well, get on the horn with the company that sent it to you.
I'm gonna. Oh, fucking right I am. Like, that was a $50 belt. Oh yeah, look what I got. And it's waterproof.
That's a JBL speaker, isn't it?
T&G speaker, but it looks like the JBL, yeah. And it lights up.
I saw the orange middle. That's why it made me think JBL. Yeah.
That's cool.
Speaking of speakers, I actually have to reconnect my Google Nest up. Because the tech came in the other day to fix my cable. He had to take apart everything, all right? That's the only thing I forgot to reconnect. Yeah. He had to disconnect my internet, everything like that.
How cool is that?
Use it as a flashlight.
Dude, you know what I'm going to use it for, right? Hey, Bobby. I'm literally going to use it.
How's it going, Bobby?
Because it's waterproof, right?
Right.
I'm putting it in my shower. So I can listen to my tunes and podcasts and stuff in the shower. That's what I got it for.
You just reminded me. I've been meaning to do that myself.
Whoa. Bruh, that thing is loud. I don't know what M stands for, but... All right, let's not use M because I don't know what that stands for yet. Oh my god, this thing changes colors. My kid is going to have way too much fun with this. Okay, that's going to be wicked cool. What's in here? Oh, I bet you this is where I connect it to, like, the charger and shit, right? Dude, I could put a USB and an SD card in this thing with music.
Nice.
Look at that.
Bobby, we are having a stupendous Wednesday. Oh, that's epic.
Oh my goodness.
But if it connects through Bluetooth, then you just might as well.
Well, that's
connect your phone to it and
put it in my.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in my.
Use your Spotify or whatever music app you use, right?
YouTube, but I might get rid of that because of what they did to my Osk YouTube, and still are charging me for it.
Oh, the premium. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Let's go YouTube Music and type in free. What is it called? No.
Royalty free. That's something I have to do too. Is I gotta research some things as far as royalty free music goes.
Yeah, me as well. Okay, is this thing on? Like, how do I match? TG 150. Okay. Pair. Okay, so it's connected. Now I'm just so you two or so everybody knows, I am playing copyright free music right now, just so we can hear what this sounds like, okay? Just to let everybody know, this is it even says right here, copyright free music, okay? Just so everybody knows. Got my phone screen, I don't wanna talk now. Yeah, hit the wall, just barely missed the window. Oh shoot, that skips the music. Okay. Sorry, I got really loud. Let's see if my light goes with the music. Okay, so that's not bad at all, actually. And there we go. It's turned off. So that's pretty impressive. And that says it's waterproof. And that's the biggest reason I got it. So I could just hang it up in my shower and you know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
So
I'm surfing around.
that is pretty cool. I'm pretty excited.
Oh.
But yeah, I'll have to figure out where my belt went. Oh well, right? Can't win them all. I'll
Yeah.
get it down. I'll get it. I'll get it. I mean, it's not a huge issue because I'm still losing weight. That's kind of why I wanted the military belt because it just automatically adjusts with you, right? And if you're stuck in that
Yeah.
in between the two hole kind of stages, there is none of that shit on a military belt because the whole belt is one hole.
Yeah, that's why I miss my belt from the army.
Right? That was my favorite thing.
Well,
My belt.
yeah. Well, thank you, Bobby. But we're particularly not really working tonight. We're just shooting the shit.
Yeah, this is just having fun. Yeah, so that's awesome. I'll put this in my shower. Excuse me, I got one of those stand up showers, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this will be nice. Nice. Pretty excited about this. It's gonna be cool. My kid's gonna end up playing with it more than I'm gonna be using it, so I'm not gonna show her that it has the light on it for quite a while.
She'll probably
'Cause she'll
discover it on her own.
not if I leave it in my shower. She doesn't go in there, right? So
Oh, okay.
yeah, because I close the doors on it, and you can't see what's in there. So that's cool. Happy birthday to me. I'm definitely looking forward to using these earbuds. That's for damn sure. Can't wait to do that. But it even come with a little tiny charge cable, the speaker, and your
Yeah.
like the headphone plug-in thing, like so you can plug it in between two different things, which my phone doesn't have this anymore, so I'll probably hide that somewhere. But that's pretty neat. And it's got little speakers on the end too. Like there's a little sub in the bottom
Yeah.
and one in the top. So if you sit it there, you're gonna get some good audio from it. And then there's your speaker right here on this side. This whole thing's a speaker. And then the back side's your light.
Yeah.
I'm pretty stoked, man. Well, we'll see how well because I have a small little stand-up shower. We'll see how well that sounds in there. Probably blow my ears off.
Can you imagine listening to like say Turnbuckle talk and you hear Carl's booming voice through that?
Oh shit! I can't wait. That'd be cool.
Also, I notice my voice booms sometimes too. So
depending on what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Did we ask Bobby? Bobby, I got a question for you, Bobby. If you're still in here,
He's
I
here.
know I
He's
probably
talking
asked you
about
before.
an MLW match coming up.
Davy Boy Smith Jr.
and Tom Lawler going after the MLW tag team titles.
So he's wrestling in MLW then. I didn't think he was wrestling.
What? Who? Davy Boy Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah. He came back to MLW about a year ago at Battle Riot, I think.
Okay.
Which is their version of the Royal Rumble.
Okay. No, that's fine, man. I've
yeah.
I haven't followed.
Kind of lost track on him
in a while. Yeah.
Yeah. You were gonna ask Bobby something?
Yes. I probably asked him before. What's your favorite gaming system? And what's your favorite game of all time to just you keep going back to it over and over and over and over again? Mine is literally, and this is gonna sound really funny, but Pong. I remember playing that shit on my Commodore 64, and it was just a riot to play that game. Don't say nothing, please.
Yeah.
But it was yeah, just epic to play that game. Give me 1 second, y'all. I have, and do this, and then do this, and it's the voice. How is it going, my friend? You know what we're gonna do? Hold on 1 second before you answer anything I gotta say. I have something I need to do because it's driving me nuts. I know this is the boar's nest, but we don't need the border today because we're just here chilling, a bunch of buddies hanging out, shooting the breeze. Okay, everybody, welcome my co-host from the Rewind preview show on Monday nights at 7 o'clock on Window Liquor. I don't know where we do it on Window Liquor. What's it called? Window Liquor what?
Just Window Liquors.
Oh, okay. And the Boar's Nest, because we simultaneously podcast to both places now. That this gentleman has let me and given me the privilege of being his co-host on that show. This is the voice, Joshua Joseph. How's it going, my friend?
How goes it, everybody out there in the boar's nest? It is I, the one, the only, the voice, Joshua Joseph. It's going good. Just got done grilling some cow. I threw it on there.
I did one of these, buddy, before you came on. I went, oh, Josh Terry, okay, let's go. I'm like, this is what this guy does to the fat bastard that you all know as Bubba Duke. He sends me that fucking picture.
Yeah. Well, the snakes, they were resting. I did some potatoes and portobello mushrooms and some beautiful. Like really diced up onions.
Oh, nice.
And cooked it in a butter on there. But yeah, other than that,
dude, you're making You're making me miss
Yeah.
my fucking grill right now.
Right.
Well, here's a funny story since we're just on here talking and giving
Yeah, go
stories.
ahead,
This
man.
is a brand new grill. So my wife's company she works for, she's over the past couple of years, she's worked her way up to become the head honcho at that building, and they're getting ready to close down. And so she's going through the closing process, and the company grill they had, somebody was coming into, they were like, "Hey, I'll give you guys $50 for that." And she's like, $50? Fuck, I'll give you $50 for it. Give it to me. And the guy, the head up guy, her boss was like, "Just take it." And she brought it
Right.
home. So this past week, I've been actually cooking my ass off on that thing. And she just went to my favorite specialty meat market a couple towns over, and she picked me up a bunch of my meats I love off there because it's now grilling weather here.
Dude,
Here
today you
where I'm
coulda-
at, snowed one time this winter
Yeah.
so far. It's supposed to get cold this weekend, but
Here too. Yep.
the ground hasn't frozen. So,
Dude,
like,
I don't know.
don't see snow staying around for a while.
Did you get that shirt you're wearing, Josh, from a like t-shirt unwrap box from AEW by chance?
Well, all my AEW stuff, besides a few things I bought when I went to a couple of their shows, came from my AEW All Elite crate.
Yeah, I know, because I got the same t-shirt, bro.
Yeah.
You've got similar shirts to the ones I have.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
yeah.
just honestly I enjoyed it. I stopped ordering it because it's just an expense I don't need. Oh, where'd you get that one?
That is actually a guy here in town who trained me how to wrestle. I bought his t-shirt. His name is Vinny Da Vinci.
That's one. Yeah.
The Steel City Saint. At that point, he was the Sin City Saint. So he just changed. He's remarketed himself now because he's got other bookings where he can't really use the Sin City thing. So they want him to be more authentic. So he's been doing.
Yeah, the only time
City.
he uses the Sin City Saint. Yeah, the only time he uses the Sin City Saint moniker now is when the actual Steel City Saint Jimmy Spite is on one of the CWB shows.
Yes, but we just opened my birthday gift to myself.
Oh, what was that? A butt plug?
You can leave now.
Well, it was good seeing everybody here on the Boss Nest.
No, I got for when I get my new vehicle, I got a phone holder.
Oh, stepping up in the dad world.
Yeah, and I got some pretty fucking cool earbuds.
Earbuds are always good.
With the charger on the front. Shows you
that's nice.
What it's at. I just don't know how to turn that off yet. So we'll figure that out. But they wrap around your ear.
Oh, I used to have a pair of those. Those are nice.
Because I can't do the ones that sit in your ear. There we go. I turned it off. Nope, I didn't. Damn it. And then I got, for my shower, a fucking light up speaker that's waterproof.
Oh.
And it lights up.
So, okay, here's a question. How many people do you both know that listen to music or watch something while in the shower?
I thought it was just a me thing.
Well, I listen to music in the shower.
Yeah. You listen to music in the shower? You do too. I watch shows and shit in the shower. Like I watch them. My favorite's American Dad.
You shit in the shower?
On. Oh yeah, because you see, in my house, in the shower itself, it's got this an older style window that instead of a vent that they had one of those exhaust fans.
Yep.
They put in this window and it slides open so I can set it out there so no moisture gets to it because it's all sucking it out.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, I mean, if my neighbors are out, they hear exactly what I'm watching because it like echoes.
It's a
But
good thing you're not watching dirty movies.
yeah, well, yeah.
Hey,
But
not
yeah,
your problem.
it's usually American Dad, so they hear like Roger say something really insane.
Mine I've been watching lately is Futurama, dude, has been
Oh yeah.
my go-to right now. Like I can't get enough Futurama. Um and like a month ago it was the Golden Girls. I couldn't get enough of the Golden Girls.
Golden Girls is a classic.
Yeah. It was just and then
I've
MASH.
been indulging in my Star Trek nerdiness lately, so just been watching Star Trek Next Generation all the time.
You know,
Nice.
that was one I got into the movies. I didn't get into the show.
Yeah.
But I remember I dated a girl in high school and she was a Star Trek nut. Like she would watch it after school every day. That's when I
She
would
was
just
a
like take a nap and be like, "Oh, you're not going to talk to me for an hour. Cool. I can sleep and then I got to
right.
do homework when I wake up." But yeah, I mean, it never bugged me. If it's on, it's on. But I never got into it. Like
No. Wasn't your thing, eh?
the
So this
movies,
is what Bob
I
says.
definitely watched all the
Yeah.
movies.
I like playing Mario Tennis, open on Nintendo. And I'm playing. Oh yeah, that's
On
good
the
games.
Nintendo DS.
Yeah, that's. It says
Yeah.
EDS. I was like Eds. Oh, DS. Yeah. Okay. So now that you're on the boar's nest, my
Yeah.
friend, on my realm, I have to ask, and I ask everybody, what is your favorite gaming system and your go-to game, no matter what? You're just like, I gotta play this game because you play it all the time.
Well, if I'm gonna go like ultimate
It
all
doesn't matter
time
what. Yeah, just your.
favorite system, I would say Dreamcast. But
Ooh,
I'm exclusively Xbox nowadays.
me too.
I do not and it boils down to the controller. And yes, I know I can get a controller, play on a PlayStation that resembles an Xbox controller. I get all that. I don't want to do all that. So
No,
therefore I stick to my Xbox. I like the Xbox. Now actually game that I'm like diehard play. Oh yeah, I know you do, man. Trust me, I know you're an Xbox guy. But I MLB the show lately.
I'm feeling a little outnumbered
which
here.
one? Which one?
Well, the whatever one what is this?
23?
2023? No,
Yeah.
yeah, 2023. Yeah, because now it's telling me to pre-order 2024. But yeah,
Yes.
I've been playing that one for a good solid year. Usually when anybody is and this is a little behind the scenes pulling back the curtain, but usually if I'm not pushing buttons, um I have my career going. I'm
Mhm.
usually playing my game as I'm doing whatever. I did it on a couple. I was a guest show, and it's no like I'm not doing it because I find the conversation boring or anything of that nature. It's
Okay.
more so that my mind doesn't stop. Like when I
Oh
try to
yeah.
slow down, my mind goes, "Oh yeah, you see this gear? Watch this." Now you got four things going on in here. So I find it that uh, if I'm not getting like blitzkrieg stoned to the gills
Okay.
to slow it down, then if I focus on like two things at once, like a discussion and
Yes.
someone throwing a baseball, because I only bat and field in it. So,
Yes.
you know, it's a game that you can kind of do it. I liken it to the artist Prince.
Yes.
He's famously known for during NBA finals, if he was doing a show, he would have a monitor off to the stage that he could see from
Off
where
to
he
the
played
side.
the
Yeah.
piano, and he would
Okay.
play to the audience a whole auditorium of people and be able to tell you at any point in that time you ask him what the score is, he could tell you the exact score, what's going on in the game. So
Okay,
like he's got one of those, he had
Mhm.
one of those minds that just don't stop.
So here in Canada,
Mm-hmm.
we call that ADHD brain. You have
Yeah.
ADHD, my friend?
Well, they call that here too, but back when I was growing up, that was just called like somebody who was
You were
creative,
gifted.
somebody
You were gifted.
who was able to think on different levels. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's just my own thinking and what I was raised on. Is it true? Is it science? No.
No.
I mean, but
So
yeah,
Yeah.
I can easily see what you guys are saying. Yeah, go ahead, Bess.
What were you gonna say, Chris?
yeah, so then you, JJ, you say you play MLB The Show. I play MLB The Show as well, but on PlayStation. Um, can you imagine what it's
I
like
do
for me
too.
when I'm doing the streaming, talking to people, and playing Uncharted like I do on Saturdays?
No, I couldn't because that's a more in
Where
depth
Uncharted
game.
is a little bit more intense than
Yeah,
baseball.
Yeah.
So,
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I see where you're coming from, man.
I did it. I get lost in. My problem is I have,
yeah.
like you said, I don't. It's not. They call it ADHD now, but it's. I just say that I'm able to focus on two different things, at the same time.
Yeah.
Like you're probably playing your game right now and hanging out with us, which is fine, which is what this is about. Just chilling, having conversation, not really, scripted or anything like that. I shut mine off because I was just like, I can't do two things at once right now because my brain just won't let me.
Yeah.
But in a little bit, I'll probably turn it back on and start playing. I'm playing, excuse me, I'm playing Diablo. I just went back and started playing Broforce again. Dude, we got to get together and play Broforce. That game you would love. I just unlocked Bruce Lee, but it's called Broly because they can't use people's real names.
Yeah.
And he's wearing his the patented orange pant or yellow pants that he was wearing when he was beating up what's that big black basketball player from back in the day?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem, yeah, he was wearing those pants, and he's got the nunchucks, and he's just like all you
Oh,
hear is wah, wah,
yeah.
wah, that Bruce Lee patented, wah, Dude,
Which
I went
also
through.
was made famous in our generation, remade famous through Kill Bill and Uma Thurman.
Yes, yes, which is on this game. That woman is in this game. That plays in that yellow jumpsuit with the sword.
Yeah, those were
So
fantastic movies when they came out.
the I have a special connection with those movies. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Not because of the movie, because of what happened when I was watching the movie. My younger sister and I at that point in time really didn't get along very well.
Yeah.
Um, some things had been said and wasn't a good point in my life, let alone hers. And these movies came out, and both of us seen the commercial, and at the same time, we both went, "Dude, I want to see that movie."
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at her and went, "You know what? I'll pay. Let's go." And she went, "If you're paying for the tickets, I'm paying for the junk food." Okay, deal. Let's go. So we watched the first one. Our relationship got that little bit better, and then the second one came out, and we both looked at each other and went, "Movies, ticket, junk food, cool. We got it. Let's go."
Yeah.
And and then after that one, we ended up living together for a while because I couldn't afford a place alone. She couldn't afford a place alone, so we rented an apartment together, which I recommend don't ever do with family because that shit gets sideways quick. But we just kind of went, you know what? Can't live
Sometimes you
together.
have to do.
It was what we had to do at that point in
Yeah.
time. We were working at the same place. I had a vehicle. She didn't because she couldn't drive. Um, just because she couldn't. She tried. She couldn't stop laughing.
While driving?
Yeah, because she would get nervous, and when she gets nervous and anxious, she fucking giggles.
Fuck, that
Yeah,
sucks.
dude. So I would just drive. I'd be like, no, where do you got to go? I'll drive you. You pay for gas. We're good. I got the insurance. You pay for gas. So that was And then unfortunately, she ended up passing away probably 4 or 5 years ago now.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah. The worst part
That
was
sucks.
she had a 10-year-old son at that point,
Mm.
and the doctor was such a dick. Put the responsibility on him whether they continue to fight to keep his mom alive or let her pass. How fucked
Damn.
up is that? The kid's 10.
That's
10 years old.
That's yeah.
Not even, dude, he was 8. Sorry, he was 8 at that time.
Well, I'm gonna bypass on the things I was gonna say because you turned that story into something that turned serious. So
No, it's okay, but
uh,
at least we were all on a happy note when she did get sick and unfortunately went went to heaven. But still, that's fucked. Like, this is what I tell my daughter. Don't ever. She's only 7, right,
Mhm.
or 6, but I still tell her, don't ever be mad at somebody. If you're upset with mommy, you talk to mommy before you go to bed. Don't ever go to bed angry at somebody because that's what happens. You don't know. You could not wake up tomorrow. They could not wake up tomorrow. Right?
very true.
I know it got dark and kind of fucking morbid there for a
It
minute,
did.
but sorry.
Oh, no worries. I'll lighten it up.
Yo,
I
yo.
Yeah,
loved
go ahead.
That's
Krista.
why I never. That's why I'd never say goodbye. I always say see you later.
Yeah, true. True. My dad and I were like that when he was alive. We never said goodbye. It was always later, dude.
All right, fans, I'll lighten it up.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say,
What were you gonna
when
say?
you said there was a connection that you guys had with Kill Bill, I was gonna be like, what? Bubba Duke, a big burly nurse with a truck that says "Pussy Wagon" on the back's been stalking you.
You say that, but listen, the vehicle I was driving then was a Lincoln Town Car, an '88 Lincoln Town Car,
Yeah.
leopard print dash, okay, fuzzy leopard print dash with an 8-ball shifter.
So Tarantino followed you for this character. He was like, I know the guy.
Isn't that hilarious though? Like, I just think about it now. Like, dude, I had that car. That was my car. What the hell? Good
That's
times.
awesome.
Yeah, it was good times, man. Always.
So
Are you
besides that, what
broadcasting
you
on
guys?
your
Oh,
window
sorry.
liquor? Are you broadcasting on window liquor right now?
On YouTube and,
YouTube and
Twitter.
X, Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I call
I
it
just
Twitter because fuck
they
that
just
X
popped
shit.
up. They just
I
popped
did
up.
X
That's
back in
what
the
I was.
'90s.
Who's this fine young man, Isaac?
Don't
That
know
is a
him.
really crazy name. I don't know who that is. That's on yours.
On mine.
Yep. Because
Well,
it's got the link.
welcome to the show, I guess.
Yo, yeah, welcome, man.
Yo,
Thanks for showing up.
what it do? What it do? Anyways, so what else you guys into?
Uh, Big Chone just found this. Oh, hang on, dude.
Well,
I'm into cleaning my computer right now.
Yeah, he's cleaning. As
well,
you can
Bubba
tell,
Duke, why don't you introduce the new guy to your channel? Since I'm just a guest here.
yes, this is Isaac. He's new here, just found the place. I can honestly not. I have an issue reading, and I'm gonna say Iberc. I'm just gonna call you Isaac. But he's here. He's just chilling with us. Just found the channel, my friend. Check out. You're gonna be looking for the Boar's Nest, which is actually under the moniker OMD Bubba. OMD is my regular podcast partner in the Boar's Nest. Yes, that is a throwback and a homage to the Dukes of Hazzard, which I am wearing the hat right now. It says General Lee, the good old boys, and it's got a giant 01 on the back here. I used to be a wrestler, professional wrestler. Actually, started out in the backyard wrestling, and my dad used to call me Bubba because I was a big kid when I was growing up. Grew up on a farm in the backwoods. of where I'm from, and I've liked the Dukes of Hazard. So I literally just took my nickname, Bubba, and put Duke on the end of it, and wrestled with a Confederate flag mask on, dressed in an orange prison jumpsuit. I see laughs at me. What are you laughing at? Come on, give it
Out
up.
of all that, I heard prison jumpsuit.
I figured that's what you would hear. Um, so the prison jumpsuit was not my original, um, I want to say costume. I actually wrestled in coveralls, like blue jean coveralls, like an actual redneck. Um, and you might
Mhm.
know this person, Chris, the inmate. Does that ring a bell from SAW days?
Yeah, I know him.
Okay, so the prison jumpsuit was to
I
make
know
fun of
him.
him. That was what the prison jumpsuit was. I actually
Good.
ordered. I ordered that jumpsuit from um, Georgia, from a little hick town with their name on it, and they put a number on it for me and everything. Gave me a prison number, the whole 9 yards, and it even said Bubba Duke on it with the prison number underneath, and it said they got a print and they said Hazard County on the back of it for me. It was really nice, really good, and they sent it to me. And I wrestled in this thing, making fun of another guy that owned the company that left, and he was the inmate. He came in and basically bought these belts for the local wrestling establishment, and it was like the heavyweight title's mine and nobody else's, which is kind of arrogant as far as I'm concerned. So that's where I got
Yeah,
all
he's a
this.
piece
And
of shit.
he was. I wasn't going to say that, but
By
he
the
liked to
tone of
talk a lot of.
Chris's voice when you brought up his name, I could already tell that was going sideways.
Yeah, no, the guy was.
Yeah.
He was an idiot. He was just basically a bodybuilder that thought he was a wrestler. Really,
Well, sounds lame. Don't give him any more
he's gone
attention.
now.
You got Bobby Stats asking you a question in the chat.
Hey, what's Bobby saying here? What's he saying? How long did you wrestle
Yeah.
for?
He's
Professionally, or I did we'll call it professional. I did professional wrestling for a year and a half, 2 years, here in town. I never really went anywhere else, just because of my shoot job. I couldn't travel. Um, but backyard wrestling before I started professional wrestling, I did that for like 10 years. Um, Stupidest thing I ever did. Honestly, stupidest thing I ever did. I wish I never would have done it because it would have prolonged my professional career. I would have been able to do that longer.
mm,
Um, and getting in a car wreck don't help neither. That kind of
No.
shorten that right up quick when you
How
break
long
your
did
neck
you
and your
wrestle
back.
for, Chris Best?
I'm trying to actually remember when my last match was. I want to say it was 2012, 2011, 2012. So we're looking at
Just right.
13, 14 years, give or take. That I'm also including my backyard time.
I gotcha. Bobby, have never wrestled. I did do backyard for a
Yeah.
while,
Yeah.
but I mean, that was more, we did that more performative. We did have some pretty awesome matches. So I did
Yeah,
some
dude.
pretty
Yeah.
freaking dope spots.
The stupidest spot I've done was my buddy and I ended up wrestling, like fighting, and we ended up on top of the garage. Don't ask me how the frick we ended up there, but somebody yelled my name, and I looked down, and there's 3 tables stacked one on top of the other. And I looked at my buddy and I went, "You're going for a ride." And I didn't give him a choice. He came with me, and we went through those tables. That was stupid.
You knew jacked his ass.
Nuked him, bro. Like he It's a
No,
good
when
thing
New Jack chucked what's his name off
Oh yeah.
after
Yeah,
he got after he never visited him in the hospital.
yeah.
That's all it took to fucking get New Jack to almost kill you, is to not visit him in a hospital.
Yeah. But if he wouldn't have put his hands behind his head like this and pulled his, I would have knocked him out. I would have knocked his brain right out of his head.
Mm.
Because when he broke his fingers because his head hit the ground so hard, he broke his fingers in his one hand. He ended up with like rods going through each part of his finger here to keep it straight. Oh, it was gross.
He was like Wolverine.
That's what he looked like. Yeah, if you want to think about it that way, yeah, it was epic, dude. Um, I wish we had the ability to show VHS tapes though, because we have that. I just my buddy's like I can't find it, but he
You
has it
can.
all on video.
You just take it to somebody who fucks around with that stuff and puts it on DVD.
I don't know if we have any place in the Sioux that does
There's
that.
a website, they do it. I seen them on Shark
Okay.
Tank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if it's been on Shark Tank, it's legit.
Oh, it was on Shark Tank, and they made
That's
money.
awesome. Bobby hasn't wrestled neither. Yeah, that's okay, Bobby. You know what, dude? I don't like. I
I
might say
think
I
Sioux
wish I never
TV
would have.
downtown does it.
See,
I'll have to
there you
check.
go. Check with them, man. Fucking
I know
offer them up like that. You'll hype them up on your show. Maybe they'll give
I've
you a
been
discount.
I've been doing a bunch of that lately. Hey, man, you want to give me some merch and I'll hype your shit on my podcast? I do that quite a bit. I might have a garage here in town giving us merch and tickets to like, because his kid does motocross.
Mm.
So I would hype the team, and they might get us tickets or something for like a local motocross event. Whoa, what
And
was
like
that noise?
in 2 weeks, I'm cutting that.
Oh, that's my cat
commercial
coughing up a storm.
with
Oh,
with a local toy store.
oh, dude, that'd be epic.
They're giving me my own little corner in the store for my Josh's the voices picks for top toys of that week and shit like that.
Oh, dude, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm really gonna dive deep in with these people, and I'm gonna do it all for free, and then
Nice.
show people other companies what I can do with their stuff, and hopefully get a bunch of small businesses.
Well, hey, you got to start somewhere, right? Like,
Exactly.
shit. And if you end up making a commercial, by all means, I will throw it up on the boar's nest every time I do a podcast.
Well,
For sure.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I got to go in 2 weeks and give them my idea, and then
Okay.
we'll shoot it.
That's awesome, dude. That's cool. I'm trying to the guy's actually a buddy of mine. I grew up with him, and he owns a garage on what we call the reserve for the natives. Um, and I want to promote his business to get
Yeah.
him more business. And I'm like, all you got to do, literally, dude, is maybe once every couple months, there's going to be a game that comes out that I want to show on my podcast. Buy me the game. It's $80. So it'll be 160, we'll say, because I'll have to get it for OMD as well. And there you go. Like maybe 3 months, every 3 months, 4 months, maybe. Who knows? It might go a year before we find anything we really want to actually show. So he's going to talk to his people, and obviously, blah blah blah. And then I promote the garage on here, which is going to be cool.
Yeah. Stream Elements. I don't know if you're
All right, boys,
familiar with them.
I know who they are. They send me emails too.
Yeah.
Oh, do
I
they?
mean, you can. I know a couple people who do it,
Yeah.
and if you do their campaigns and stuff, you can actually make a decent monthly
Oh yeah.
bit. Yeah. I'm not gonna say you're gonna make thousands upon thousands, but you can make a couple hundred. And
That's fine.
a couple hundred's a
Yeah.
cable bill.
I would just bank that for, like I said, for
Yeah,
video games
'cause-
that come out. Go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
Yeah, because the latest one I got was yesterday, where if you played Genshin Impact through Stream Elements, you get like $200 for doing it or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think it was.
And they're
Genshin
just little
Impact.
things to do.
Oh, shit.
But
What was that?
Mm-hmm.
That was fucking weird.
But gentlemen, I will be right back. My computer's done cleaning and it's telling me to restart it.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
exciting.
Right? I don't know what the fuck that was. It disappeared on me now. Huh. That was crazy. Hope it wasn't anything important.
It's
All
done.
right, so let's do this. And then go back to this one. Whoa, that is way too big. You're way too
That's-
close to me, bro.
That's
Thank you.
giant. You're the one in control of it. Don't
I
put
know.
any of that on me.
I was like, that was way too close to me, bro. And I felt like I had to back up. But yeah, no, so
Well,
yeah,
I
I've
mean,
just been
I
chilling
would
doing
like
that shit.
people out there to know, with what we were just talking about with local businesses and things like that. If any of you ever have an idea out there, or you have something you want to promote, you can easily hit me up. And I mean, I alone do 3 shows a week. So
Yeah,
and on all those shows, I have open reign to promote anything I choose to promote. So yeah,
exactly.
anybody out there, just let me know if you need that. I'm always willing to do some fun things with you. Even if it's just you share my content, that's enough payment for
Right.
me. I
Right.
mean,
Get
you
my
have to be
content out there.
realistic going into this streaming, and eventually it'll happen, to
Yeah.
where you might make some money off of this. But if not, the fun, the love of it,
Yes.
I mean, just talking, I got a few people already hitting me up about my Friday show this week,
Oh,
wanting to
yes.
talk about Charles Manson. So,
Dude, I
you
wish.
know, so
I
it's
actually was going to ask you. That's tripping me out. I don't know what the hell that was, and I don't know where it went. And I'm like, dude, did somebody plant a bomb in my shit? And I just let
it
it
was
go.
that internet guy that came out there, what was it,
Right?
a
Like,
couple weeks ago. I told you he was I told you he was going to kill you.
fuck. And the worst part is, no offense, but he was not Canadian. He was what I like to call the new Canadians.
Yeah.
And it kind of freaked me out because I was like, what the fuck's this guy doing? I was like constantly keeping an eye on him, but I had to use the washroom for a minute. So I was like, the hell is he doing? No, I don't know what that was or where it went. It came out of nowhere, too. It better not have been a mouse because I'll lose my shit.
It was Mickey.
It was Mickey trying to kill me. Dude, speaking of Mickey trying to kill me, did you see the new or hear about the new Mickey, not Mickey, but the mouse that they're coming out with? Mouse Trap or something? Where he literally, it's the old school Mickey that goes on a killing spree.
Hmm.
Yeah, dude, it's a
No.
horror movie. And it's Mickey.
I heard about them doing that with the Winnie the Pooh.
Dude, that was epic. Have
character.
you ever seen that?
No,
Oh, dude, you need to. I know it kills Winnie the Pooh, the cuddly wuddly little bear.
no, I could give
with
two
stuff,
shits about that thing.
but dude, it was great.
I think it is a cool time to live in, that all these Disney things, the properties, the copyright properties and things like that, the intellectuals is up. So you are able to fuck around with their characters now and do things. But,
Right.
at the end of the day,
How long are they going to let that go for?
yeah, and plus the Simpsons already gave you a demonic mouse with the itchy and scratchy stuff.
Yeah.
So build on that, man. Like, give us something cool with Itchy and Scratchy. I've always been a fan of
right.
The Simpsons up until they became the Wokesons. But like, I always thought that they should do like, so one of my favorite episodes is when they do the spin-off show and they
Okay.
show all the spin-offs, like with Chief Wiggum, and they do one with Apu and things like that. I always
Yeah.
thought that would be so so neat if they actually did, because the Simpsons, the characters, you could actually do cool spin-off shows, and I think
You could.
certain groups who are fans of those specific characters would watch, let alone Simpsons fans themselves. I mean, just picture a fucking show with the Flanders.
Oh, Jesus.
Tell me you wouldn't laugh your ass off at a Flanders show.
Dude, it would be 90% of it would be in the church, and that would just be hilarious.
It would be. And the
'Cause they could-
Lectorium.
Yep. Yeah, and they could just totally make fun of that shit, but be serious about it too at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it's Ned Flanders, and he's all like, you know,
Exactly.
Ned Flanders, right? Like, dude, that would be epic.
I
That would be.
think it would be. I think it'd be really funny.
Well,
And-
that's like King of the Hill is technically a spin-off of Beavis and Butthead.
Technically, yeah.
Because if you watch Beavis and Butthead, that was his Hank Hill
Yeah.
was the neighbor that was always screaming and yelling at them. And then
What was
they're
it,
like,
Anderson or Tom Anderson or something like that?
who?
When he was in Beavis and Butthead, it was
No,
Tom
his name was
Anderson.
Hank Hill.
No, it wasn't. Not in Beavis and Butthead. I'm telling you, go back.
Really?
Yeah, because they have an episode, I believe, in the first season called Anderson's Balls, and it's the golf one where they were stealing the balls.
Oh shit! Right.
Yeah, he was Tom Anderson in Beavis and Butthead, but
And then
he
they
did have a
switched it.
wife that looked identical to Peggy, except they modernized her.
Well, yeah, they had the
They're
same thing
actually
with
bringing
Hank.
back King of the Hill.
That and Beavis and Butthead.
They've brought that back.
That was back a while back now. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
they've
still.
actually redone new seasons of it, which, and everybody's their own critic out there, and you guys can consume all what you want. What's up, Chris Parrish? How you doing,
Chris,
buddy?
jump in, bro, if you want. If you're free.
Yeah.
Jump on in, man. It's open.
But like,
Yes.
I really liked the new seasons of Beavis and Butthead. I wasn't disappointed in how they did it and how they brought it back, because to me they captured a lot of what old Beavis and Butthead was, but they also gave us the newer version of Beavis and Butthead, which I honestly really enjoyed.
I'll be honest. I have not seen any of the new stuff. I just haven't been able to.
Yeah.
I haven't had actual TV in probably.
Are you guys
Jesus,
streaming on
4 years.
Paramount?
Yeah, and it's on Paramount. I don't have Paramount, but now that I have my Fire Stick, something I'm going to look into. See if I can get the Beavis.
Get that
Butthead,
jailbroke.
Right? It is.
Well, you'll be on it. Don't worry.
It is.
Just download that Paramount.
All right. Well, Chris, when you get home, bro, by all means, feel free to jump in. After kissing the baby and telling the wife you love her, and thanking her for giving you such an awesome kid. My Tokyo Drift just went off.
Tokyo Drift.
It's my alarm.
Schmift.
It's an alarm because it's annoying.
What do you think is the, like, 1 out of 4, 1 out of 3, 1 out of 1 out of 2, or whatever out of 4? Use that math. What do you think it is out of 4 adults? How many do you think still use an actual alarm clock as opposed to a cell phone?
Probably.
I can tell you I do.
2 out of 4, maybe 2 out of 5 will use an actual alarm still.
1 out of 4 people.
Is it really 1?
Yeah, so it's like down to, like, if you were to take that times 25, you're going to get to your 100. So if you take that, it's like 25%. You could do dummy math and basically round it out to that. 25% of us still use that.
That old alarm.
Now think about this. Let's just say something happens, and before I go any further, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is to make my friends giggle and just to provoke thought, and there's no seriousness to this. But if something were to happen to where the electrical grids across the world go out,
Yes.
25% of Americans would be able to still get up, because you can't break it down to, is it an electrical alarm clock? Is it a wind up alarm clock? Because when I used an alarm clock, I had one of the wind up ones.
Yeah, me too.
Because it would have never lost its power unless I forgot to wind it up,
Yep.
So if you go roughly on that, like, even if you break that down, so let's just say, I would say even 25% of that 25% uses a wind up one, if that. I mean, I'm being very generous with that. So
super
now,
generous.
yeah, now you're like into 1/16 of people would be able to wake up without assistance.
Jesus.
I wake up all the time when my alarm's supposed to go off during the weekends, shit like that. It's almost like I'm programmed to go to work. Weird.
Yeah.
But
whoa, who would have thought?
yeah.
That's what's called your circadian clock.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't like it. Remove it.
Right.
Can I come up there to get some health care to get it removed out of me? I don't like it, man. I hate that. I am the worst morning person. I will body slam my own mother in the mornings if I'm woken up in the wrong way. Like, do not eat. Like, people at my work know maybe the first hour we don't talk to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nothing against anybody. I hate waking up. I hate waking up and being forced to do something. Like, if I wake up and I get to do my own thing, but if I got to wake up and go to work so I can pay for the bills, so I can do this shit, so I can make sure this goes, it just drives me up a wall. I'm assuming most people are like that. I know there's those fucking psychos that work at Disney World, and they're just like, "Hi, it's 6:00 in the morning. You want some waffles?" Like, no, get the fuck away from me. I don't.
How much coke do you need to snort to be that happy in the morning?
Those people down there in Disney World, they have a love for that. That it like it trumps cocaine and things like that. Like,
my dad always said, you got to be some kind of special to be that happy in the morning.
You got to.
They are.
It's called putting on a face. It's called putting on a face. Let's just put it at that.
Okay, but if I was a billionaire, I'm pretty sure I could wake up pretty happy in the fucking mornings.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Not gonna lie, I'd be pretty happy waking up if I was a millionaire. Be like, that's right, I don't gotta work today. That's right, because I got money coming in and I don't gotta do shit.
Yeah, I could.
But I'm just like you, JJ. Don't talk to me until after I've done my morning routine. Get up, go to the bathroom, have my shower, have my breakfast. Then talk to me.
Yeah.
Not even.
Wouldn't you want the best me to talk to anyways? So let me get my shit to where I get level.
Right.
And then we'll have a conversation so you can have the best me.
I always told people, especially when I was working security at the mine, they tried talking to me about shit that happened like that day before I even, where am I again? Like, no, just don't talk to me until I've got me to the point where I can people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me get to where I can people. If I can't people, you're gonna get the bear. Like, it's not gonna be happy. And it's not gonna be pretty. Just give me a minute to people, okay? That's all I ask for.
My mom was a third shift mom, so if you woke her up anytime that she was getting sleep, I've had high heels thrown at me. I've had alarm clocks thrown at me. There's not much my mom hasn't thrown at me.
My mom, okay, had a Bible on her nightstand, okay? I didn't call it the Bible. It was more of a like encyclopedia because that shit was this thick and it was huge, okay? And I don't know how this 4-foot fuck all woman picked that shit up and threw it at the door. It hit the door so hard that it actually left a dent, like an indent on the door.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how she did it, but all you heard was boom. It sounded like a gunshot going off.
Just an indent says Holy Bible on the door.
right? Like, dude, it was scary. And we knew as soon as you heard that, we scattered. We were like rats, man. We just outside, gone.
I have to pop upstairs for a moment.
Yeah, yeah. His wife's yelling at him.
Yeah. I had when I used to work at Walmart, we there would be times, especially on Fridays, where I'd come in and they'd be like, "We need you on cash right now." And I'm
Okay.
like, I'd be like, "Okay, give me like 5 minutes so I can get a survey the land a little bit, you know?"
Nope. Get on the
Yeah.
register.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I gotta.
I'd be like, "Okay, just let me go put my stuff back." And I would purposely sometimes just saunter my way back to the cash just so I can get a layout of what's going on for the workday.
I found
And
my
then
kid's new nightlight.
yeah, and then by the time I got to the cashier, I'd be mentally ready to go. Oh, I love it. I want that myself.
$20, bro. I think it's on Sell My Shit or something.
But yeah, like
$20 for that. That's crazy.
I would purposely slowly walk back to the cash just so I can mentally prepare for the shitstorm that would have been ahead of me, you know?
Dude, again, working security at a gold mine and you get to the gate and you know your shift is at that gate that night, you're like, oh boy, I need a minute. Can you give me a minute? Like I just need a minute to wrap my head around the fact that I gotta put my tactical belt on because you gotta carry a paintball gun now that looks like a handgun. That or you gotta carry the actual paintball gun that shoots pepper balls at people.
Mm-hmm.
Because surprisingly enough, you get people trying to come onto property that don't work there so they can try to steal gold.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, are you for real right now? Like, you seriously are trying to get onto a very secured piece of land that has cameras everywhere, has security guards like to the nine with I can't like paintball guns, we'll say, right? And airsoft guns and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're trying to come on to that place. Like, why? Why would you risk that? Because literally we had the proper training and we're told shoot to kill, ask questions later.
Yeah.
By the government. Because the gold mine's technically owned by the government. Any gold that you pull out of the earth is technically the government's.
Right.
So you're literally told shoot to kill. Protect the gold at all costs. Like how fucking crazy is that? Bobby, that is a really good question. Here's a good question for you, Chris. What's your favorite food? Now, is that food or foods? Is that multiple? Because I'm a fat man.
Yeah, because mine is foods, and mine is sadly a food I can't have anymore.
Ooh.
Not because of allergens, but my mom used to make a kick-ass mushroom risotto with pork chops and green beans.
Ooh.
Can't have it
Ooh.
anymore because my mother passed away when I was 13. I do have her recipe for it. I just haven't been able to replicate the way she does it.
You know what, bro? I think that's the same thing my mom makes. Ooh. I could probably show you how to make it.
No, I have my mom's personal recipe, the one that she created.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I can. If you could be more than one. Okay.
It could be more than one.
It could be more. Yeah. It says if. I read if.
But if I did have to pick a favorite snack food, right now I'm very high. Yeah, I'm very high on spicy dill pickle chips.
Whoa. Where do you get those? Because that sounds good.
Circle K has them or Food Basics.
Okay, I will definitely be keeping an eye out for those because these sound good.
Yeah.
I'm not a dill pickle guy, but when it's a spicy dill pickle chip, yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
like
got to try it.
the dill pickle Doritos, when they had those things, I
Yeah.
fucking ate those by the bag, dude. I thought I was pickled at one point, to be honest. um, my favorite food. Uh, this is gonna sound so redneck. Um, but I love a good steak, baked potato, collard greens, and
Oh,
cornbread.
yeah.
Now, if you really want to get technical and get super redneck, a good jambalaya, like from the bayou, I've had. I'm not a seafood guy. Okay, I'll be very
Mhm.
honest. I fucking can't stand seafood at all. Don't know why. I just mentally I can't eat it. I panic. I went to the states to see my cousins, um, and my uncle. He's not really my uncle. He's like an older cousin, but I call him uncle. He's in
Right.
the Air Force, and we went to um, Baton Rouge. No, it wasn't Baton Rouge. It was just outside New Orleans, like literally in the bayou. And this old guy made fucking jambalaya.
That's the way you got to eat jambalaya, by the way.
Holy! He's like, do you like your spice, boy? I'm like, yeah, I like spice. It's He goes, do you like your spice? I'm like, huh? Like, do you like it hot? Do you like it hot? I'm like, yeah, I like it
Yeah.
hot. I like spice. Why? He goes, okay. How hot do you like it? I'm like, well, I mean, I don't want it burning coming out like I've eaten freaking, the fire from hell. But he's like, okay, I won't make it hell hot, but I'll make it hot. I'm like, okay, dude, this shit. Yeah, I thought I was dying when I ate it. I wanted to die when I was shitting it. I'll tell you that. It was hot, but it was good. I've never had jambalaya the same. Never will. Never. And I'll tell you right now, you want good jambalaya? Yeah, you're right. Go to the bayou and friend. They're nice people. Just be like, I want authentic jambalaya. If I buy everything, can you make it? And they'll yell
Yeah.
at you. You're not buying shit. We have it. It's on the stove already. 90% of the time. But um, yeah, dude, I'll never forget that. And I've never eaten seafood. Don't get me wrong. I eat. If you don't tell me what's in it, I can eat sushi. But don't tell me what's in it,
Right.
because then I won't eat it. I won't touch it. If you tell me like there's shrimp in it, I won't touch it. If you tell me that's actual fish, I won't touch it. I won't. I'll freak. I'll leave. I'll be like, I'll eat everything but.
Mhm.
But yes. So the question is from Bobby there, JJ. What's your favorite food? And it could be more than one,
Mm.
right? I just went jambalaya because it was the first time I've ever had it, and the last time I'll ever eat it. And steak with um, uh, baked potato and all those mixings, and collard greens and cornbread.
Solid picks.
Right?
If my wife's cooking, I enjoy her chicken noodles and mashed potatoes.
Ooh,
I really enjoy that. Even when she does beef and noodles, I like that too. Um, if I'm going out, I would Ramsey's place and not his big restaurant where he cooks all the fancy foods, but his burger places. I could
not the
just eat a
Hell's Kitchen.
burger. I've been by there. I didn't get any. It's rather expensive to eat in the Hell's Kitchen experience down there in
Yes.
Mhm.
Vegas. But I mean, everybody I hear who does go and do it, they do enjoy it, and it's great food.
Of
Um,
course it is.
but yeah, I mean, the burgers at his place though are just so they're so amazing. Like it's
Dynamite.
incredible. I mean, my wife just took my daughters to Chicago, and they got one out there. And one of the big factors for her doing this out of nowhere trip was because they wanted to go to Ramsey's Burgers. So, I mean,
Nice.
it's a great place. If I'm just getting like something locally, I'm a big fan of cheeseburger pizzas. And I like to try different places around my area that cook them. There's some
Dude,
that put
I used to work at a pizza joint that made those, and they were fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm a sucker. Like, if you tell me that you have a pizza shop and you have a cheeseburger pizza on your menu, I will go there and I will try it, and it'll probably be one of my favorite things. I don't know. It's like, even if you get the weird with the combinations, I'm
Mhm.
willing to try it. There's one that is a real small town that's near me. They do actual pickles, and like the sauce is like a mustard and ketchup
Yep.
Wow.
tasting sauce, and it's amazing. Yeah,
It works.
that place I get a bacon cheeseburger pizza there because
Bacon
the
cheeseburger.
way they do their bacon, it ties it all together. And then there's other places around here who do like a sweeter sauce with theirs without the pickles, and I like going there every once in a while.
That's cool.
But
A
Jack's,
cheeseburger
I'll
pizza.
even get a Jack's Tombstone cheeseburger pizza, and I'll fire that thing up.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I before when I was driving truck, my favorite thing was to stop at the Husky and get the lumberjack breakfast, and I'd be like, I don't want bacon unless it's female bacon, which is Canadian bacon.
Okay.
Um, or if you don't have that, I want thick, like I mean thick cut fucking bologna. Like I don't want this cut. I want like it's got to be almost a half an inch thick piece of bologna, and I want 4 of those son bitches. Oh, dude,
You
and
want
then
jelly bologna?
yeah, dude.
Yep.
See, my
Yeah.
problem is I'm very picky about my meat because my dad back in the day was the head butcher at um, the store in Echo Bay where he grew up, the little town outside where we are right now.
Oh, Danelle's?
Yeah, my dad.
Yep.
Okay, so history lesson for you, Chris. Do you know where the original store was in Echo Bay?
I only
And
know
it
the one that was
wasn't
on the
Danelle's.
highway.
It wasn't Danelle's. It was Granger's before that. And
Yeah.
where the post office is, it was across the road. They're apartment buildings now. That was the original store. My dad started as he was like 16 as like an apprentice for the meat cutter there.
Yeah.
And then when he was 18, 19, he took over as the head meat cutter. And then Danelle bought it, moved it to the highway because they weren't getting enough business. And he designed the layout of the whole store, my dad. It was freaking awesome. But now it's closed down and it's a freaking storage place now because they couldn't afford to stay open,
Yeah.
which is stupid. Anyway,
Hey, Bobby Stats, if you're still in the chat, I'm seeing your message
he
about
likes
the
eating
grilled cheese
grilled
sandwich.
Cheese. Yeah, pizza and other foods.
Let me know if you've seen the Shane Gillis skit on grilled cheese sandwiches yet. And if not, go check it out. It's so funny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he has I think it's his uncle named Danny, and he has some type of Down syndrome, something like that. But
Okay.
the whole bit is him talking about how when they go to restaurants with him, his Danny's dad gets all mad at him because he'll look over and Danny's like pulling grilled cheese sandwiches out of his pockets and eating them. He'll be like, "Where the fuck did you get that grilled cheese?" And he's like, I brought it from home, Dad." And he's like, "Oh, he's up there making them at night And he's like, no, I'm not. And then he's like, he'll look across the table and look at me in the eyes and he'll be like, I'm making them at night. Shane Gillis. Like he goes on about it. He also worked for the Special Olympics for a couple seasons. He was a
Nice.
basketball coach. And he was
Nice.
telling he was like, my team were the bros, man. He's like, all the guys on my team, they were real tight. They were bros. They liked two things in life: the ladies and John Cena. And he's like, we would get in a huddle to discuss what we're gonna be doing. And he's like, as soon as I get in there, one of the guys will be like, you guys see all the ladies out here tonight? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, now if only John Cena would show up, this would be a good night.
Oh my god. I
I
think
love it. Shane Gillis is hilarious. Definitely I mean, a bit of a free speech warrior too. He was
oh yeah.
well, he worked for Saturday Night Live, got his dream job. They went back to a podcast he did years before that. Him and his buddy were joking around, and they were using Asian accents,
Oh
and
Jesus.
they got canceled. So they fired Shane. He didn't even really get to do any Saturday Night Live things, and so they fired him. He went. He just did comedy, and people found him funny. They kind of overlooked this, and it it was funny in a way because he was telling a story and he was just he was mimicking the accent of the guy that was in the story, who he knew, who he had a personal moment with. Anyways, outside of that, whatever, somebody got their feelings hurt, which involved him losing his job. But here's the kicker: a couple weeks ago, he just hosted Saturday Night Live.
So it came full circle.
It came full circle. And that's
Good for
why I
him.
was saying the free speech thing, because, yeah, there's going to be moments where people are not going to enjoy all of what you say. That's impossible. I mean, my wife hates half of everything I say. So therefore, it's impossible. And she still chooses to be with me. So what I'm saying is, sometimes maybe we should pump the brakes on, getting on people about things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of it too. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
I'm not out here,
Who's not?
throwing stones through my glass house. But, we're missing out on some laughs.
Right.
If we can't talk.
Right. And I think some of the best laughs I've ever had was when I was working with the Special Olympics. I was doing camera work here in the Sioux, where I'm from, and dude, some of the jokes they would tell,
Oh yeah.
and you're just like, dude, that was the funniest thing I've heard in forever. And they're just like, okay, so you enjoyed that one, so I have another one. Here you go. And then some of them I still talk to and hang out with. Like, hey, dude, you're at the mall today? Okay, cool. I'm gonna come down. Let's have a pizza.
Yeah.
Let's have a slice and hang out. And we talk wrestling, hockey, football. What'd you do yesterday? Oh, I colored a picture in a Barbie book. Like,
Cool.
I was like, dude, really? You color? He goes, yeah. It was pink and purple and green and blue. And I'm like, oh, awesome. That's sick. Where's the book? I want to color now. You know? And just some of the coolest people I've ever met. And people look at them like, oh, because you have whatever issue, you're an outcast in society. You know what? Those are the people I'd rather hang out with because they don't bullshit you. They tell you literally, hey, dude, what you just did sucked. I didn't like it. Don't do it again, or I'll hate you. Like they don't.
There's
put
no
up with
filter.
Shit. No, and it's like, what better people to be with than someone that is going to tell you, listen, what you just did, I didn't like it. Please don't do it again, or I'm not going to like you. Okay, sorry, dude. I didn't mean to upset you. I will try harder next time not to do that. Like, don't beat around the bush.
In.
Right?
I push forward. I'm like, you know what? Okay, well, I'm going to test your
Okay.
theory, buddy. No. I see exactly what you're saying on this.
You
And
know, I know, but you got to be that guy, right? That's just like,
yeah,
oh, really? You wouldn't like me? Okay, cool. I'm gonna do it again.
yeah, exactly.
And
You still like me? Look at you. You're laughing. What are
yeah,
you
you
talking
thought that shit
about?
was funny. Don't tell me you didn't.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
I have a great aunt who I don't even know what they called it at that time because it was years ago. She passed away, my great aunt Bonnie, but she was on the spectrum. I'll use that. And
Okay.
she had a full-time job. She you know, it was funny because like in our family on Friday nights there was this popular fish place, and we would go and we would have fish, because it was all
Yeah,
you could eat
the
Friday
fish
night. You could
fry
either get,
Friday night. Yeah.
fish or shrimp. You pick.
Yeah.
Well, since it was all you could eat, of course you can't take doggy bags. It's like all
No,
you
you got
can
to
eat
eat that
Yeah.
here. You have to be here.
here.
Well, my
Yeah.
great aunt never understood that. So every time my grandma and her would get into an argument, my grandma would yell at her and be like, Bonnie, you can't take this. You know that. And she would be, and the waiters would end up getting her to go bag, and they'd be
Yeah.
like, it's okay. Don't worry about it. But yeah, she
Because
would
they
always get me an
understand.
extra one, and I would take it because that was my favorite fish, man. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that fish.
But that's the difference between then and now.
Yeah.
Okay, if you had what we call now as a special need or ability, or I don't want to say disability because it's really not a disability. Um, they just that's how they treated you. Okay, well I understand. You don't, you do that because it's probably something she did every week, the same. So the waiters and waitresses just, it's no problem, Bonnie. We'll get you a bag. Here you go.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
But that's kind of what I loved about my family is that everybody was treated the same. Like
Yeah,
my grandma treated her just like she treated her other sisters.
yeah,
Great Aunt Bonnie was treated just like everybody else, and
yeah. You're no different.
yeah, it's kind of lost though nowadays. Like, yes,
Yeah,
and what this is what irritates me is like, and I don't know if you guys are on the same wave of this, but like the people who are just overly asshole to somebody of difference, no matter what the difference is.
yeah.
But then the people who go out of their way to be overly nice to people, it's the
It's
same thing.
annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're hindering that person in the same ways. Well, not in the same ways, but you
I know what
the
you mean.
overall
Yeah,
result being hindered
yeah,
is, two different ways you're doing it, but you're still
yeah.
hindering that person. When you can just simply talk to somebody as like you
Exactly.
would talk to anybody. Like,
Like
and
we're
if
doing
that
now.
person's an
Mhm.
asshole, then don't talk to them, because assholes come in all walks of life.
Oh
Hey,
There's no discrimination on being an asshole.
no.
like literally yesterday, this something happened to me. Okay,
Okay.
this woman who lives in my building, she's disabled as well.
Mhm.
I did the kind thing and held the door open for her because she was leaving the building. I was outside waiting for my technician to arrive. She fucking yells at me, I could have done that myself. And I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
oh. I
I
had the
will never
same
hold
thing
the door
happen.
for I will never hold the door for you again.
Yep.
I had this happen at Walmart, bro. I Because I was raised, you be a gentleman, you hold the
Mhm.
door open.
Yep.
I had a woman say, "Oh, I could have done that." You know what I did? I literally grabbed her by the. She had a bag on. I grabbed the bag, pulled her back. I went inside the door and I shut the door and went, "Fine, do it yourself then."
Mhm.
I was trying to be nice.
That's a pretty aggressive way to do it, but yeah, I get what you're doing.
My
I
mom was there, and my mom's like, "He was raised to be a gentleman. Thank you very much. That's why he held the door open for you. Should have kept your mouth shut."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
that whole what do they call it?
chivalry,
Chivalry. Yeah.
chivalry.
That whole idea is gone nowadays, but making a
What's
comeback. I
little
mean,
bits?
I don't know how much you guys are into social media. I just like to like on
Well,
breaks
I
and
mean,
stuff, flip through
because
and
I've got
see
to
different
advertise
ones.
the shows I live on social media. So
Well, okay, so then you might have seen some of these, but like
yeah.
some of the younger generations when they're doing podcasts and things and they're talking about like life and things like that. Some of the women who end up going on dates with like what is now called like your traditional male, who pays for the dinner, who opens up the door and things like that. They're like they say they go into these dates not wanting that, but halfway through they're like figuring out, oh my God, this is exactly what I want. And on the other side of it, there are some men out there now who are posting videos like thinking they're going to go out with somebody they might have a chance with in a certain adult activity, and then they're coming
Mhm.
to find out that that girl or that woman is actually highly intelligent and has like an amazing job. And they said, and
Right.
they talk about how like, you know, that whole aspect kind of left. And it's so funny because like Jordan Peterson, which is he's from Canada.
Mhm.
He talks about the idea that like that whole idea is gone because of social media and being attached to our phones, because we're not like when we're on back then when they went on dates like our grandparents, there
Well,
was
yeah.
nothing to distract you besides a jukebox, and
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
was over in a corner, and you had to sit there and talk over whatever you were eating. So
Yep.
you had to actually show interest in each other as opposed to just liking something that somebody put up there for they were
Exactly.
bored at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean?
I
Mhm.
didn't have one of these until I was shit. I moved back home from college, so I was probably 24 because I couldn't afford it. There's poor and then there's pow. Dude, I was pow. Like I started working when I was 10 just to have food for my lunches when I was going to school. Literally. Which I mean, whatever, it is what it is because that's the way I was raised and that's the way times were back then. I agree. Yeah, back when I was dating, we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have those distractions, we didn't have that kind of shit.
No, it
I
was
make Yeah,
we at school, for instance, we'd go to our best buddy and be like, okay, we're going out. I'm going to be at this place 8 o'clock tonight. Be there, you know?
yeah.
Yeah,
And if your buddy didn't show up at like 5 after 8, you were gone. You went and did what you were doing
Yeah.
exactly. I
because that's
mean, back
yeah,
then when you were on your BMX bike and you were
yeah,
after school or it was summer and there was no school, if you were
yeah.
told that you had to be at the street light at certain times to meet up with your friends to have a good day, you bet your ass you were there. You were getting up
Yep.
early. You were bypassing Saturday morning cartoons.
Cartoons.
You might have
Did
just
your
grabbed,
chores.
yeah, get those
Yeah,
knocked out, and then
yeah.
you go and live it up with your friends
Yeah.
and have an
Pretend you were
adventure.
a
Like,
part of an MC.
dude, where I grew up, it was it was a if you could build it, they will come dream,
Yes.
because we had
Yep.
my grandpa. He bought so much land, and he put like our whole thing was set up. There was my dad's house, and then a football field away there was my grandfather's house, and then a football field away from there was my great uncle's house, and then everything behind that was owned by our family and one other family, and they let
Wow.
us put a BMX dirt track out there. And but we ended up finding out back in the day, the field that was next to where we would build that stuff, my grandfather built a BMX track, and it was like one of the biggest ones around in our area back in the
Wow.
day. So we would have like jump competitions. Like I
Yep.
was going in competitions. I was ranked number one for my age division in
Wow.
Indiana, not just the county, the entire
The whole
state. Like
state.
there were
Jesus.
at the age of 12, I was learning how to do cans, 360s, tail whips,
Right.
things like that, and flying over sets of 16s with a pit that went into a tabletop. So just so we could take pictures of someone doing a backflip and someone doing just like a regular can over each other. Like,
Wow.
that stuff's so gone. It's so lost on this generation. Like,
Yeah, like
it's crazy.
like for where I lived in the city Bubba and I live in, there was nothing but bush around us. So like we would go out there and be like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, go out in the forest and just fucking build forts for all of us to hang out in
Yes.
and shit like that.
Yeah.
Now
And then
the
plan for the
we,
next weekend.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now the people, like our parents used to be like, oh, the people who own that land are going to be pissed off that you guys are doing this. And then we met the owner one day and he's like, yeah, go ahead, go have some fun out there, dudes.
Be kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's the same way in the country. If you break something, own up to it. Otherwise, have at her.
Yeah.
Have fun. Like dude, we built forts, we built tree forts, we built jumps out of scrap wood that had nails in it. We didn't care. We're like, dude, we're having fun. But you can't do that stuff now because now you're trespassing. Now you're, getting charges or people screaming at you or whatever. Tell the wife we said hi if that's who you're looking at. Um,
oh no, I was messing with something back here.
your ADHD kicked in, my friend.
I was
Drifted
listening.
away.
You're in
You
the
drifted
cans.
away, bro. I know you were listening. I'm bugging you, busting your balls. But yeah, no. Nowadays, my nephew, he's like, "What's a jump for a ball? What's that? Is that the stuff that you see like on the X Games?" I'm like, "No, dude. We literally took a cinder brick and a shitty piece of wood, leaned it on it, and we would jump over that thing.
Yep.
And you would get really daring, and your buddies would lay there, and you would jump over top of them."
Or
Like,
if the board was really shitty, you'd end up like Napoleon Dynamite and nut yourself on the fucking bar.
done that. I've had the wood break, and I just head over tea kettle and enjoyed that wipeout. But it's memories. It's scars I'll never forget. That
Yeah.
one's for that one's for that. This one, like I said to my nephew one day, I'm like, "Have you ever played spoons?" He's like, "What the hell is that?" I'm like, "You play a card game and you put spoons in the middle. A certain card comes up and everybody dives into the middle with their hand trying to grab a spoon. And whoever doesn't have one, they're out." But he's like, "Well, that sounds really stupid." I'm like, "Well, let's play it." Well, in the process of playing this game, I told him, "Well, we upped the ante one time because all the guys that were working on the farm, Friday night, we got all in the cabin and we all got drunk and we're playing spoons. And someone had the smart idea. Does everybody have a pocket knife?" Well, yeah, dude, you dummy. We live in the country. We all got like, hello, here. Why? He's like, "Dude, let's play fucking knives instead of spoons." Well, being drunk out of our minds, we're like, that sounds like a brilliant idea. Well, I got a scar right here on my thumb that states not a good idea.
Yeah.
But I'll never
And
forget, those kids nowadays will never have that. They'll never have those
Yeah.
memories of, hey, that scar was from a knife. This scar is from, oh, that time that I, did that jump and the nail went through my hand. And, oh, this one on my lip. We were playing fucking, what's that game? You throw the arrow up in the air and try to catch it on the way down. I caught it in the face right here. Like, he'll never have those memories because you can't do that shit nowadays.
don't let
Another
him lie to you, fans. He was kissing his friends.
Another thing I just, you guys unlocked a core memory with me now, but being just a kid growing up in Northern Ontario, Canada, in the wintertime, going out and playing street hockey with the most random kids. Like, you don't even know who these kids were. And all we would do to decide teams is we'd put our hockey sticks right in the middle. We'd have one guy divide the hockey sticks, and that was your team for the next 2-3 hours of playing.
Yeah. Dude,
and it was fun for 2 to 3 hours.
Yep.
And dude, we would fight. There'd be a fight. You'd just be like, "Okay, guys, you done now?"
Yep.
Yeah, it's over.
Back to the game.
Hands and let's go. Like, dude would push a buddy into the snowbank too hard or something, and you get up and whack him. Like, And Buddy'd be like, "Oh, what the hell? I didn't do it that hard." So he'd whack you back, and then you'd be like, "Okay, we're done. Let's go."
Yeah.
Whoa, it got really dark over there. Did we lose JJ? Well, there he is. He's playing.
I'm
his
here.
games
Don't
again.
worry about me.
I know. I'm
I
just
told you I
busting
got
you.
multiple things going on right now.
I'm just busting you,
The
buddy.
Cubs just beat me. Fucking
Some bitch.
goddamn Cubs.
But no, it was. I don't think any kid nowadays will ever understand what life was like back then.
Well, there's kids out there nowadays.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
They're far and few, but there are.
I was gonna say in the summertime, across the street from me, I always see. I live across from like where a bunch of like East Indian people live, and in the
Don't
summertime,
get me canceled.
yeah. In the summertime, I'll go out on my balcony and I'll start grilling on my grill, but I'll look across and I'll see these kids actually outside playing soccer. And I'm like, that's fucking cool that they're doing that, you know?
Yeah.
That is very much part of their culture too, right?
Yeah.
Because to them, that's their football. That's like their NHL and their NFL,
Yep.
and that's very much because my brother-in-law is English, and yeah, that's his sport. Like he likes baseball, but when what he calls football comes on, there is no way in hell you're getting him away from that TV.
Yeah.
If his team's playing, no way. Like he's literally goes through the schedule for his team, and then goes through his work schedule, and he'll book those days off
Mm-hmm.
so he can watch. I'm just like,
I'd
that's
give him a
crazy.
wedgie.
I want to, but dude's a lot bigger than I am.
Psh,
Like,
that just means he's gonna fall harder.
I don't think my sister like that too much neither because she doesn't like me to begin with.
Well, do you blame her?
I mean, dude, just move along.
Move along. Keep it moving.
Next. But yeah, no,
Hey.
it is what it is.
You guys want to hear some bizarre news that just came out like a week ago over at a sneaker convention? I believe it was in Las Vegas.
It's a little weird that there's a convention for shoes.
No, it's not. That
Dude,
doesn't surprise me.
there's a entire world for just sneakers.
Yes.
I know. It's weird to me, but I know.
Oh, it's weird to me too.
Oh,
But
it's weird. Weird as shit.
here's the funny part. And I'm gonna
Okay.
use code names because
Obviously.
I don't know what the logistics are on this name. But a certain orange man is releasing a sneaker coming out.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. But hear me out, Chris Best. There's going to be a limited amount made. So think of the value. And he said that it is set at a price of $135.
Like 135?
$135
for a pair of shoes.
Dude.
That's actually
cheap
not a bad price.
as shit for sneakerheads. For a collectible shoe that is going to be out there. Like, I'm tempted to try to get these and just case them up and just watch the price go insane.
Gets to like 5.2 million. He's like, sold.
Dude, if it breaks into a couple grand, it's sold.
Okay, so now I'm curious. I don't know who said orange person is.
Former president.
Are you talking? Okay, never mind. Sorry. As soon as I said orange person, I went, oh, never mind.
I was saying the nickname that most people would
it took me
figure it out without me having to go into exactly what we just had to go into.
I had to say it. I had to say it for it to click in.
I understand there's controversy, so that's why I just kind of use the nicknames. But yeah,
dude, do you want some
Cheetos?
Do you want some really silly controversy that I stirred up some years ago? So
he rolls his eyes.
Do you want some really silly controversy I stirred up around a certain orange person?
What
don't
do you
know.
get going?
I just got my first parakeet bird who has sadly passed on since then. I bought them in orange calcium block to eat. The bird got orange all over his face. So I went to my bird group on Facebook to find out how can I clean it off.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, in the post, I said, how do I clean her face off so that she doesn't look like, I'm going to say the name anyways, so that she doesn't look like Donald Trump. Dude, I got like so much fucking backlash over that. And everybody was like, it's just a question about the bird's health. Like, how can he clean the bird? And you guys are just spinning it out of control. And I'm like, yeah.
Dude, that's what they do on both
Yeah.
sides. Both sides
yeah,
will
dude,
do it
it's
too, man.
Extreme.
And it's insanity.
It was just a simple little joke about the
Yeah,
bird, you know?
Exactly. Oh no, trust me, I understand it. I know your sense of humor by now. And the fact that you said it like that on there makes it even funnier because
Yeah.
if I'm just a bird person looking up bird advice and I come across somebody who said that in the form, I'm
Oh, God.
laughing for a good 10 minutes and I'm
I even-
reposting it and it would be so funny. What
That
happened to the
would be
sense
priceless.
of humor of people? Where did
Yeah.
where did that go? Oh, here we go. We got a question in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, good God! I don't even want to answer this one, to be honest. Do you
This
guys
is just
like
as
cats
divisive
or
as what
dogs?
we've been talking about.
Right? Like, Jesus, I'm a dog guy through and through. I hate cats,
Bobby,
and I'll tell you why. Because,
I got
Look
a
at that
cat.
kitty.
because it's gonna be the damn day
That's a
that
pretty
I'm
kitty
gonna
right there.
easy bubbles. It'll be the damn day that I'm scooping somebody's shit out of a box. Fuck no. My
So
dog's
you'd
gonna
rather
go up backyard and take a shit and leave it there. That's fertilizer, y'all.
okay.
I don't pick up dog shit.
I'm
I
actually
walk down the
I'm
fucking road. I don't even care. Shit, dog. Good. Cool. Bye. Fertilizer, y'all.
I'm actually both. If I could have a dog, I'd have a dog, but my apartment has limitations on dogs I can own, so
I'm gonna agree with Chris Best. But my vice or the vice versa, if my wife would let me have a cat, I would have a cat.
mhm.
But I have a very off the wall dog, an Akita Husky that is very
Wow. They're crazy.
well, he's very if they had Special Olympics for a dog, I
He'd be
think I
there.
could get him in there very easily. Like he will not make eye contact. He's like very particular. He follows patterns, will not like he does not deviate from his everyday thing.
Your
And I
dog's
know,
not obsessive compulsive for real.
dude, he will not come inside. He would not come inside for like the first 3 years I lived here until my wife got home. Like I would get home 2 to 3 hours sometimes before my wife, and he would just sit outside until then. I I love him. I mean, now he just wants to be around me, but like he will not like he does not come downstairs if my wife is not down here. Like he follows her around like she birthed him, and he's never gonna like
He's a
it's
mama's
insane.
boy. He's a
Yeah, and
mama's boy.
I freak out all the time when we go on vacation just because I know his anxiety. Like I've explored, got different things, CBD treats for him and things like that.
CBD treats for real for your dog.
Oh
That's
yeah,
cool.
They
to
have
calm
those
No,
his
I know
strips
they're real.
anxiety and shit.
I know
Yeah,
they're real. I'm just like, that's cool.
yeah. We started using them mainly because of 4th of July. Of course, people know some dogs freak out. Well, he
Mhm.
would freak
PTSD.
out for hours upon hours, like even after it was done.
Like he was
So
just having a panic attack and couldn't
yeah,
figure out how to chill himself out.
exactly.
cat
So I started slipping him these things because I blew a couple of hits near him. I blew them near him. He happened to walk into them.
Yeah.
Anyways, and it calmed his ass down. So I started thinking, I was like, well, let me look up for something actually that's beneficial.
No, it is. We actually had our vet recommend not blowing it directly in his face because it's not good, but blow it past him, and the dog will literally go over and sniff that. And dude, the dog I used to have, she went from high strung to just chill
Yeah.
and like totally, yeah, like your dog. She anxiety about me leaving. I'd be like, here, baby, have a treat, and I give her a gummy, and she would be chill for the whole day. Like,
Man, I had a cat named Natas, and yes, that is Satan backwards.
yeah,
Who would not, like, if we were gonna get ready to smoke and we had it going, would not get out of your face until you blew a hit in its face. Once it
wow.
got, and it would take like 1 to 2, and then it would just walk away, and it would like always strut away, like, yeah, bitches, you pick up my shit, you get me stoned, you feed me, yeah, I run this
like
shit.
the like
Yeah,
that
it
cat
was,
knows. Who's
and
the
it was an
shit?
all black cat with a white diamond on its forehead.
Oh wow.
Dude, it was such a wicked cat.
I
It would,
had
like, when you would get really baked and you'd be sitting in the sectional just all eased out, it would get
yeah.
that hyper and would start running on the back of the sectional and smacking you in the back of the head.
Oh
Oh, it was
Jesus.
so funny.
Oh
I
good
fucking
God.
miss that cat.
I did have cats when I was with a girl, and I got to pick their names because I hate cats. So I was like Zeus, or no, it was Thor and Loki. I called my cat Thor and Loki because they would fight all the time, and then nighttime they'd snuggle. I'd be like, really, dude? These guys are snuggling. Like,
That's cats, man.
they would fight all day, chase each other around the house, destroy the house, like almost
Would
broke a TV
would you take one of those lynx cats?
in a heartbeat.
See, you would take a cat. I wish I could tame a bobcat. I think those look so wicked.
Isn't that what you meant by lynx? Because that's what I call them too.
No, lynx
Well,
and bobcats are different. Lynx, the difference is
they're
actually in the fur and pelt. So
yeah, and I think aren't the lynx like not much smaller, but a little bit smaller than the
yeah,
bobcat can get.
yeah. The lynx has like a fucking like a beard kind of thing going on its face too.
Yeah, I like that too. I would take a lynx in a
Regardless, I'd
heartbeat.
take one. I'd take a cougar at this point.
I don't know how you're actually putting that, so I'm just gonna snort
If
at you.
if I if I could afford it to feed and to purchase one, I'd get myself an African serval.
A gerbil?
African serval.
Oh, I thought you said an African gerbil. I'm like,
Yeah,
what the fuck is
he would
that?
he'd get himself one of them African gerbils. You know,
I'm
they're
like,
all
dude,
the
you're being
craze
so
this year.
racist. It's just a gerbil. Just because it's black doesn't mean it's African. Like, goddamn.
Oh, good Lord, Bubba Duke. This is why you will be canceled in the next century.
Right? Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
they
would get
call
one of
Walker.
those too.
Never heard
But
of it.
like I said, it's super expensive to own one, essentially.
Jesus. Oh,
You know
my
which
God.
one get off the face of the earth? Hairless cats.
Yep.
What are those little demons doing?
It's like a.
It's like that episode of Friends. It's not a cat.
It's not.
It's not,
I don't like
dude.
them.
The thing's ugly. Never mind.
Why is it inside out?
Next. Why is it inside out? Fuck.
They're so gross.
I couldn't understand the what is it, the mole rat thing that has no hair too? I'm like, bleh.
The naked mole rat?
Yeah, the naked mole rat. I'm like, bleh.
Yeah.
Well, no one has that for a pet. What are you doing? How
I've seen
poor were you, Kenny?
one. I was poor.
Bubba Duke's telling us about how his family could only afford naked mole rats. He's like,
Yeah.
I hated them. They were stupid.
They had big ass teeth too.
He,
Like,
he
damn.
got in trouble for taking a permanent marker and drawing
Coloring
hair
it
on them. I don't want mine to be naked anymore.
Oh, that's funny. Put it in a sock. There you go, buddy. You're not naked no more. Oh, good God. This is why I do stuff like this show, where it's just get together and talk about anything, whatever, who cares? And it's live, so it's even better. Because everyone's like, why the hell do we come into this shit? And guys like Bobby come in here and play right into it. He's like, the dog at the house liked bacon dog treats.
Yeah, the dog he has. That's what he's
Yeah.
talking about.
Ah, dude, you know what's really good? I got dared to do it. Is Kibbles and Bits beef jerky. I got dared to eat a handful of that shit. I did it for like $40. It's
That's
pretty
not
good.
that's not entirely weird because my grandpa enjoys milk bones every once in a while.
I've heard of people doing that,
Yeah, yeah. I can't say
especially
nothing about that
older
one.
generations. I
Mhm.
assume he went through times that were tougher than others, and sometimes you
Yeah,
have to eat what you have.
he's legitimately a boomer baby. So
I here's a funny story going off of Bobby's stats and his what his dog enjoys. So when I was about uh 11 years old, my sister, she's a year and a half, or no, a full year behind me. She's just a year behind me. So we we both lived in I lived with my dad, she lived with her grandparents, and uh my mom would get us every other weekend. So I started messing with my sister with the dog treats, and I was like telling her that the ones that were the specialty ones that they got at the shop that look like actual like pieces of Jack Link's beef jerky.
I love Jack
Okay.
Links.
I do too. And we were big fans of beef jerky. So I was like, hey, so they just put it in that dog treat. Mom and our stepdad, Bill, I was like, they just put it in that dog treat thing. So people that come over don't eat all their beef jerky because they really like beef jerky. She's like, really? I was
You're
like,
such a
yeah.
diss.
And they told me before they left, if we wanted any, because we're family and we're the kids, we can have some. She's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, but I got this Lunchable, so I'm not hungry right now. You're more than welcome to. She fucking walks over there, fucking takes it, just gnawing on it. She's like, man, this is tough. I was like, yeah, it's probably older stuff. I think they're getting new stuff, but it's still good, right? She's like, oh, yeah, it's really great. About an hour goes by. She's still working on this thing, and my parents come home. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you eating the dog treats? And she's like, "Why are you doing that?" I got in so much trouble for that, but it was
But it
so
was worth it.
so worth it, dude. I never laughed so hard at my sister's stupidity. Oh, again, that
Was
goes
she
back to
younger?
being a kid and just missing the innocence of making your sister eat a dog
Right.
treat without forcing her to. I mean, I gave her free will in the whole scenario.
Yes, you did. You just planted the little seed and she fucking ran with that shit.
Dude, I was an asshole back in the day. Yeah, just be happy you guys met me in my adult life. I was a schemer back as a kid.
Oh yeah.
One I'm not very proud of, and you can go ahead and hate me in the chat if you want. But my great grandmother, she passed away, and I was pretty much really the closest great grandchild to her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but so she passed away, and I convinced my her daughter, my grandma, to and I'm laughing because I am ashamed of this, but it's so
Yeah,
funny.
you are.
I convinced her to continue to give me a birthday card from my great grandmother for 2 years after
Bro.
she was Again, I
You
was an
didn't.
asshole as a kid,
Oh my
and
God.
I have learned my ways, and I have become better as an adult. I don't do things like that. But yeah, that is one of my deep, dark secrets when it comes to horrible
Jesus,
shit.
bro, for real. Like,
Dude, come on. As a kid back then, that was 20 extra bucks. That was
Yeah.
extra shit I got to buy. I understand now how horrible it was, and
how wrong
that's
that was.
probably what wrote my ticket to hell. But
Oh, 100%.
I mean, I
Yeah,
bought
dude.
some cool
I'll meet
shit.
you there. I'll meet you there.
Yeah. See, I got Bobby Stats with the wow face. He's
Yeah,
shocked.
right?
Parrish is going to be joining us here in 15.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to be heading out. I got a early day tomorrow.
You can't now that Parrish is joining us.
That's why he's leaving.
That's why
Paris,
he's
this
leaving.
better be a a quicker 15 than what you're estimating.
What his 15s are?
Yeah,
Yeah, his 15s are usually 30, 40 minutes.
I'll give him a little more time.
That's
Bobby, you better
hilarious.
put something else in the goddamn chat, because if I keep staring at that face, I'm gonna become self-conscious of my story.
He's just surprised. That's all.
Yeah, he is just.
There you
He's
go.
like,
Let's
I
put it up
can't
there on.
believe I've wasted, what is this, 2 hours and 20 minutes, and one of the guys talking is a complete
But
asshole.
okay. But you know what though? This is I'm kind of enjoying that we're doing this live across Facebook, because now we're allowing some of our viewers a bit of an inside look into who we are as opposed to
What we like.
what we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just throw up
Had a loss of
your
words.
socials there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ignore that. Not even gonna pay attention to that comment. But yeah, I like what you're saying, Best.
No, it is. I got like I said, I got it going to the Boar's Nest on Facebook. Turnbuckle Studios. Thank you again to Carl Carefelt for allowing us to do our podcast on Turnbuckle Studios, because I am part of Turnbuckle Studios technically. We have it over there on the Boar's Nest on YouTube. So
And still
hey,
got to give
everybody.
thanks out to Parrish for building the new channel for us.
Yes, that was pretty cool.
I was with Parrish the night he did it, so.
And then, are we streaming over on Window Lickers for YouTube?
YouTube and
Twitch, eh?
Twitter.
Tweeter.
Yeah, I didn't put up Twitch.
Yeah, whatever. I'll get it. I'm just waiting to get in on some. What is this game called now?
I've got a classic
Fortnite.
game going on right now.
Jesus,
I'm playing
I can't even
some.
remember what game I was playing.
Playing some Sonic the Hedgehog 2 myself.
Bro, on your where?
On PS4.
Ah.
I have the Sega Genesis collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
You
that
know
on
that
my
shit?
Switch.
What's your deal?
I got it on my Switch. I don't PlayStation.
You better switch up your attitude.
We're just gamers at heart. Doesn't matter which console we play on. A gamer's a gamer.
Says the
you know?
guy with the PlayStation.
You're the one who's egging me on.
Yeah, he's defending you, and you just jump in on him.
Yeah, you just jumped in and attacked me. I was trying to be complimentary there, Bubba, because I can play Xbox games as well because I'm on a PC.
There you go.
Ooh, fancy man. Me and my PC life.
Oh, I've been called a greasy
the
thug
S
too.
C.
But no, seriously, like Xbox, PlayStation, PC, doesn't matter. If you game on it, you're a gamer.
Yeah, we
Oh,
could. We
100%.
honestly
Yeah.
could care less. It's mostly us just busting each other's balls on this stuff.
Yeah.
That's all it is now. It's, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying stuff because I know some people get irate
Oh yeah. And that's
when
the
you
other
do
thing
that.
that we used to do as kids too. We used to
Oh
always
yeah,
argue which one was better, Sega Genesis or Nintendo. I had
exactly.
the benefits of both worlds because I had both consoles.
So did I.
I did too.
Yeah.
And the ones my dad didn't have, I would just wait 2 weeks, go to my mom's, and they had the other ones.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. I got lucky that my dad got into playing video games to a degree. He was the Dr. Mario, and we had a pinball
Dr.
game.
Mario is a fantastic game, by the way.
Yes. So my dad would play pinball or Dr. Mario all the time because he couldn't work. So when he
Mhm.
didn't have anything to do, he would play those games. And believe you me, you could not beat that man at those games. It was, yeah, nope, not gonna happen.
Yeah, we were a Nintendo house. My dad would play after we got the original Nintendo. Um, and then the big thing we got with that was the power pad. So
Yes,
once he
had
he
that.
figured out like you could do family game nights with it, and then we jumped up to the Super Nintendo, and he really got into Zelda,
Oh
and
yeah.
he got into Ken Griffey Jr. baseball, and then of course Tiger
Whoa.
Woods
Uh,
golf.
Yes.
Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball on Super Nintendo, very underrated baseball game.
It was the best baseball game for Super Nintendo, in my opinion. I
Yep.
honestly, it was so well done. It was very what do they call that? A replayable. Like
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't get bored with it.
I call it. It had tons of replayability.
Exactly. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it was one of the like this past the show, it kind of reminds me if you have like a in your career mode, if you have a power hitter who has like wins home run titles and stuff like that, the
Yeah.
home
That's me
runs kind of
in a nutshell.
okay. So they remind me a lot of the Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball. Like just the way it was
Right.
done, it was exciting when you hit a home run. Because I've played other games in the past, and yeah, hitting home runs is cool, but like this one, I enjoy it a lot.
How often do you just go in and play the home run derby?
I wait until it hits my season in
Okay.
my career.
Yeah,
I have to earn
I
home
do
run
too.
derbies.
I
You
do
don't
that
just
too.
get a home run derby
Yeah, I do that
unless
too.
you're
I
playing Ken
build up
Griffey
to
Jr. baseball. Then you can do the home run
or
derby.
on Genesis. For me, it was RBI Baseball '94.
That was a good
Oh,
one too.
jeez. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. We played on the regular Nintendo. There was RBI baseball.
Yeah.
Dude, I will never
When
forget
it came
playing
to
that game.
regular Nintendo, the simple black box baseball was my go-to for baseball games.
There you go.
That was a good
Or
one.
if I had the money to go and rent it, I'd go and get one of the bases loaded games.
Yeah.
That's a deep dig right there for baseball games.
Shoot. I just offed an
Yeah.
entire team and then got shot in the back. Nice. Um. Oh, there goes my team. Done. But yeah, no, we started out with the regular Nintendo, and Dad only got it because all my buddies had one,
Mhm.
and I was like, Dad, we gotta try this. So what we ended up doing was we went to Blockbuster, rented one.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing we used to do a lot as a kid on Friday nights.
Yeah, and the lady was really nice. I still remember this. She's like, "What kind of games did you play when you were a kid?"
Mhm.
My dad's like, "Woman, they didn't have games when I was a kid." And she's like,
We played
"Did you
kick the
not have
can.
arcades?" No, Dad was literally a rock and a stick, bro. Um, but they had arcades back then, right? So he went. I liked playing pinball and that kind of stuff.
Was he a
So
pinball wizard?
um, no, but he was good at the game.
There's a game called Pinball Wizard, Babadook.
Is there?
There's a game.
Yeah.
There's a whole album dedicated to Tommy and the pinball wizard.
Not a clue.
He was a blind pinball kid.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, he could play it mean.
Yeah. Blind
How
guy
could
who
you
kicked
play
ass.
pinball if you're blind?
Because he felt it.
Feeling.
God, pinball's more than just putting a quarter in and hitting some flippers. It's about feeling. It's about knowing when to hit those flippers. Yeah, Bubba Duke. You've crossed the line when it comes to pinball.
Calm down.
JJ
Calm
sounds like some kind of head coach for a pinball team now.
I am.
Like, Jesus.
If you can't dodge a bunch of little marble metal balls coming at your head, you can't play pinball.
Right? Wow.
Have you
My
ever
God.
watched those shows, like How It's Made?
Yes.
Yes.
Have
I
you
could
ever
eat
seen
hot
how
dogs
they make
forever.
the pinball balls?
No.
Check
They
that
did-
shit
no.
out, man.
I know
That
how
show
I
is
made them.
that show is actually really cool because they talk about like the things you wouldn't even think of on how they make it, Like
Exactly.
I watched one on how they make zippers, and it was interesting.
It is interesting. Like they do really good docu-series, I would call those.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting educated about one thing. Those are some of my rabbit holes that I'll go into every once in a while.
On
Then it
YouTube
sends you
especially.
into, because it'll send you into another one. Oh,
Yeah.
you liked that? Would you like to learn about this? Well, yes, I would.
Please. Please tell
I think
me.
one of the coolest how it's made I watched though was they did one on helicopters, and I watched that.
That would be neat.
Helicopters.
Well, I mean,
That's
just
cool.
think about to me, just thinking, how do they get up? Like, how did someone figure out that these things all working together will get you to go up? So then that takes you into Da Vinci.
Centrifugal force.
Yeah, I was gonna say Da Vinci started that whole.
Yeah, but how did, like, my brain goes to, how did we know? Like, what took somebody doing something to go, hey, I bet if I did this, I could go higher than that.
Yeah, see, this is where I wish I had like Stewie's time machine in Family Guy, just so I can travel back and like pick Da Vinci's brain on some of the stuff that he's written,
Yeah. I would haunt Hitler. Like, I wouldn't do like horrible, like I would let horrible shit happen to him, but I would haunt him. So like if he was eating, like sneak up behind him and scare the fuck out of him and then leave. He would go mad. Imagine if
throwing books in his room.
Just imagine if anybody had a time machine and they just came to fuck with you. They didn't come back in time to see anything spectacular. It was just specifically to fuck with you. Like someone opens up that door behind you, Bubba Duke, and just screams and then leaves. And you're like, what the fuck? And this happens to you for a solid month. You're going to go insane.
It'd be like
So
JJ wants to be like that one guy in that robot chicken sketch, Dicks with time machines.
Yes, exactly. That is one of my favorite sketches they ever made. That it describes exactly what I would do with a time machine.
Yeah, 100%.
I got to get back into watching Robot Chicken one of these days.
Right.
It's a solid show.
It is. It's been a number of years since I watched it, though.
Yeah.
It's been a hot minute.
Ever since, like, I don't know, I quit working like third shifts and stuff like that. Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched an actual, like, sit down and watch some Robot Chicken, but still a solid show.
Yeah.
I miss the old Adult Swim.
Have you guys ever
lineups.
watched Drawn Together? Or
Yeah.
you've heard of Drawn
Of
Together?
course.
I've watched a couple of episodes.
One of the most offensive cartoons ever made. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was great. I watched it when I was in college. Nearly peed every time, too.
There were so many of those good shows on the old Adult Swim lineups.
Yeah, can't have that now.
No.
All right, Bobby Stats is leaving as Chris Parrish is entering.
Oh, right on.
Have a good night, Bobby Stats.
Yes, thank you for hanging out with us.
Oh, where did
And okay, we gotta fix this up now for all four of us.
You kicked me off.
Yeah, why
There
did
it
you guys... Speaking of being offended,
How's it going, Parrish?
It's all
Are
right.
you offended?
I'm not offended. I could care less.
Am I offended?
Yeah. I don't know about what Bubba Duke was just talking about. And then you popped up like a wizard.
I'm the whiz kid, y'all.
Oh, getting shot at. Come here, bro.
Oh, right. That's what I was trying to
Yeah.
do.
I'm dead. That was fun. How was work?
Over.
Thank God, right?
Over.
Over under.
What the fuck do you do, Parrish?
I wrestle.
A wrestle.
I wrestle.
He does a job with logistics, I think.
Shoot job is done off screen.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you could pull back the curtain on this, well written show that Bubba Duke has here. He's got everything all mapped out. He's got great topics to go.
In perfect cursive.
No, I can't read cursive, bro. I can only write.
At least
my
know
name.
the.
That's it.
I got the reference.
Thank you. It's Billy Madison, bro.
Never watched
And I
it.
only got it because I watched it this afternoon.
You just said you've never watched Billy Madison.
Dude,
you need to
seriously.
go sit in traffic for like 2 hours.
Or at least sit in front of the
but no one's
screen
doing
for 2 hours and watch the movie.
No, he's had the chance, best. So since he's not taking that,
I was
he
being
gets
kind
to
and
go.
trying to give him another chance.
Hey, those
No.
those days are done. We have to be firm with Bubba Duke, and if he does these things, he has to sit in traffic
Why traffic though?
because you're gonna have to learn how to dodge traffic.
I grew up in the country. I used to stand in the middle
If
of
you
the
grew
highway
up in
and
the
dodge
country,
traffic.
you should have seen Billy Madison.
Nope.
You're gonna have to learn to dive, duck, dodge, and duck and dodge again.
Parry, thrust,
Come on, you gotta know that reference. It's pretty cool.
dodgeball.
Yes.
Yes.
I added the Daffy Duck, Robin Hood.
You can dodge a
Well.
wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Whack.
So you've seen that, but you don't see Billy Madison. Like, and it's an institution of iconic comedy movies.
Exactly.
Like, come on.
You know how many lives Billy Madison has changed?
Yeah. Do you know what
This
today
one.
is? It's Nudie Magazine Day.
Nudie Magazine Day.
Nudie Magazine Day.
Oh, Mr. Penguin, you don't belong out here. It's too hot for a penguin.
I think the shirt's Frank.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
Have you guys heard the theory?
Shampoo is better. It goes on and cleans the hair. Conditioner is better. It makes the hair silky and smooth. Oh, yeah? Stop looking at me, Swan.
That's the
I'll
kind
be
of
your-
comedy you get with that movie.
I'll be your pudding pack. What? Nothing, sugar. Dude, have you guys heard the theory that
These are the
This-
slappiest Joes ever.
the Steve Buscemi character in all of those movies is part of one timeline?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
I've heard
bizarre?
that one.
Because
No, it's
Because
awesome because that means there's thought that's put into it.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it works so perfectly if it's actually true. Like it's very bizarre. And then it even goes into
How bizarre! How bizarre!
uh
Yeah, I bet you didn't think I was going to reference that song.
the Big Lebowski. It goes into his character in the Big Lebowski also. So it bleeds over, like it's so weird.
Adam Sandler was in the big.
No,
No, Steve
Oh,
Buscemi.
okay.
Yeah, you have to
Oh.
watch these movies, Bubba Duke,
No.
to understand what we're talking about. Because there's one guy who plays multiple characters in these movies, but it just seems like his story's lining up with the character that he plays if you were to make your own movie with his characters.
French
So I
fries
wonder
and
how-
Oreos. Ah, you know me too well.
You know me too well.
So I wonder how Steve Buscemi's character in The Wedding Singer would fit in with all that.
I actually thought that movie was so overrated. That's like my hot take. Of all, like, when you come at me with Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison and then Wedding Singer, I'm sorry, but I'm picking The Wedding Singer to be my least favorite out of all of them, all the time.
Yeah.
He just
Did
set
you
the
like
bar
his-
so high.
Did you like his serious movies?
Uncut Gems was fucking awesome. Punch
Punch
Drunk
Drunk
Love was
Love.
stupid. That was stupid.
You didn't like that
Rain
one?
over
Yeah,
Rain Over Me was good.
Rain
Like
Over
don't
Me
mess
was
with the
good.
the Zohan was pretty stupid too, but
I liked Punch Drunk Love
see,
just
like
because
I also
it showed
liked,
him not being himself and still being humorous.
I still like Grown Ups. Like those are
Mhm.
fantastic movies, and I
Oh,
think
yeah.
Grown Ups 3 should be a thing.
Well, who's to say it won't
I read
be?
somewhere that it was going to be a thing.
Yeah, Netflix is just throwing money at him whenever he wants to make his movies for whatever contract he signed with them.
Can you imagine Adam Sandler and WWE doing a movie now that WWE's with Netflix or going to be with Netflix?
Dude, he's done movies with multiple people in WWE. Like back.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be too
Yeah.
far fetched, really.
It actually
Imagine-
shocks me that he
imagine-
hasn't done a wrestling movie.
Imagine Adam Sandler with John Cena in a movie. Like that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
It'd be good. I don't think anything John Cena does is good.
Really? I look
Yeah.
like Mark Wahlberg ate Mark Wahlberg. That
Okay.
was fucking hilarious.
Mm,
I am gonna fuck you. We're gonna no what.
I'll have my hot take, and I just don't think anything he's ever done has been anything to cheer about.
I did
But
like
that's just
him
what-
in the Marine. I won't lie about that.
Yeah, I guess when it comes to his acting and the talent, you just can't see it. So
Yeah.
I can't even see his in-ring stuff.
see, I can't because he follows me on X. That's how you know.
Oh, that's good. You have
Mhm. It's a flex. It's a good flex, especially on my nephews.
I got our truth following me.
Oh,
What's up?
Yeah, that's the only real big flex I can use on that one.
This is
wow.
where I interject with the Peter Griffin line. No, but Kraft Singles follows me.
Dude, I wish Kraft Singles would follow
I
me.
got
I have
Vampiro.
so many
Does that
ideas.
The band that makes my theme song, Downstate, follows me.
That's not
in
fair.
one.
That's not fair.
Come on.
Because you seem like you're buddies with these guys and things like that. So that's not fair.
I mean, we
What
talk.
about
Yeah,
the
you guys.
legendary
Oh, we
Vampiro?
talk. We have a secret chat going on that no one knows about.
right?
We
I'm
do. It's
usu-
right there.
I'm usually
Screen grab that.
I'm usually talking with Parrish when he's talking to them. So
Here we go. Best is linking up with this one.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
So now you both have an encrypted secret chat that's going on. And Chris Best is just the moderator out of it.
What about can I throw the legendary Vampiro out there? I'm friends with him and talk to him all the time.
that's actually
That's
really cool.
acceptable.
Yeah.
I like Vampiro.
Yeah.
I like his resurgence of his career that he's doing down there in Mexico.
Amazing, yeah.
I mean, I hope he stays out of the world of giving his opinion on social issues. But other than that, yeah, I like Vampiro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a little bit out there. He's kind of like
Yeah.
Ryback. Ryback's out there too with his opinions.
Yeah. I will say though, I did like his WCW run.
That was
I mean,
Yeah.
he
That feud with Sting was something else.
Yeah, it was different. It brought Sting to a whole different level of the newer generation. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of liked it because then we got Sting and TNA, and it's kind of I would say one of his best characters he played.
Well, when he did the Joker gimmick,
Yeah,
a lot of people found that. A lot of people found that weird, but I found it pretty entertaining myself.
I found it entertaining because that was the biggest question at my age range at that time, is how Sting was going to continue. And then to see him pull it off with that type of character, no matter what the character was, as long as he pulled it off, I was a fan of that because it showed that he gets wrestling. He
Mhm.
understands that you have to adapt to what the fans are wanting at that time. And then it came full circle because who is he again? He is Sting. He's not the 80s Sting. He's the Sting that he became the icon he is with.
Yeah.
80s Sting was a great springboard for him.
yes.
And Crowface Sting was just exactly what he needed to go into that superstardom.
Yeah.
Perfectly said.
And thank you, Scott Hall, for that gimmick, because The Crow was also a fantastic movie. And
It was.
And a great ripoff.
Could you imagine like Scott Hall coming up to me like, "Hey, so I seen this really cool movie called The Crow. I think you should do it. I think if you put your shit together, Stinger, let me tell you, it's gonna be beautiful." And then all of a sudden Sting's up in the rafters pulling off this crow thing, and everybody's like, "This is genius." And it was. It was perfection.
I gotta ask though, when did Scott Hall become Sylvester Stallone?
That's how I can mimic him without being.
It kind of sounded like you
Well,
sounded like Stallone there.
Yeah,
It sounded like a drunk Stallone trying to sound like Scott Hall.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay. Now follow me. Italians are the last people I can openly make fun of without getting canceled. So I dove to Sylvester, who is Italian, imitating Scott Hall. I feel I did a good job. I mean,
2 thumbs up if I could give it to you, but I'm playing.
Oh, you can't take your thumbs off your controller? That's fine. That's cool.
No,
That's cool.
'cause
I
I'll die.
only stuck up for you when the Chris's were jumping you.
That left hand only comes off a controller for one reason.
Ouch.
Oh, and then he punched the microphone.
See, that's why he doesn't do it. That's
Like a
why he doesn't
doofus.
Why
Yeah,
don't do
don't
it?
ever do that again, you dork.
Well, now you know why. You wanted the thumbs up. You got it.
Well, you
Now you
were
know
you
why I
were
can't.
talking about them like they were an option.
It's never an option.
Fuck. I had to pull so much shit tomorrow.
You have to what? To what?
All I
Well,
heard was pull.
I'm
the
not
shit from
I'm
me.
not afraid to talk about my job on air. I pull
It's not that I'm
parts.
afraid. I don't like people
No.
harassing me and my
Chris
family.
Parrish, I am joking.
I know.
There's
I
no
am
way I'm
serious.
being serious. But what I'm saying is I pull RV parts that are on a line and I get them ready to ship out to customers
That's
who
cool.
have warranty repairs, things like that, or just need a new piece.
I know what you do. You've told me about it before.
Yeah. So I was just saying, I got so many parts to pull tomorrow. That's all I was saying. There was a
But what does
lull.
it all mean, Basil?
It doesn't mean anything. It's meaningless.
I will reference movies the entire conversation.
Well, that is your choice. That is your walk. I bet you if Bobby Stats was in here,
You talking to
he's
me?
left us.
Here
Yeah,
we
he-
go.
Here we go.
Here we go again.
Have you guys seen pictures of Robert De Niro's newest kid? That baby.
No.
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 Look, I know we're not supposed to say babies are ugly, but this baby is ugly.
Yeah, we can. Haven't you not seen the
Yeah, we
Seinfeld
can.
episode where Kramer just like thinks the baby's hideous?
Yeah,
It's
well-
the funniest thing ever. Because
It is pretty funny.
there's always that one guy that and it's great. Thank God for that guy, because every parent always thinks their kid is like the cutest thing in the world. Some are adorable. Some look like feet with fungi, and it's weird.
Well, this kid looks
Yeah.
like Robert De Niro was left in the dryer for far too long.
Oh,
Robert De Niro looks like Robert De Niro was left in the dryer for way too long.
Yeah.
oh, shite.
Well,
This
take that
guy.
times 1,000, and that's what this little child looks like. Pure Benjamin Button going on here. Like he looks like he should be in a motorized wheelchair. It was so bizarre. Like, yeah, I know, Bubba Duke, but I guess I'm just here to be offensive tonight. But the kid was ugly.
How ugly was he?
Like, I don't understand why people didn't fucking Photoshop that shit. Do the Michael Jackson thing where you put the thing over the kid's face for so long so you couldn't see it. Blanket, I believe he did that with.
Yeah.
Who the fuck names their kid Blanket to begin with, though?
The King of Pop.
Like that was.
It's actually the kid's nickname.
Yeah. But that's all he called him.
Yeah.
So,
There we go.
Blanket Jackson.
I don't think he called him Blanket Jackson.
No, I think his name was, I think he was like Michael Jackson Jr. or something like
Yeah.
that.
Jesus.
MJJ.
MJJ.
Who doesn't want to be an MJJ?
MJ2. What up? Actually, that's a pretty cool, like, if you get to be called like MJ2, I'd be like, that wouldn't be half bad.
Dude,
It's
if
like
I
me
was
getting
those
right hands itchy.
if I
you
was
get
those
paid?
two kids of his, I would be so pissed off.
You went
that-
right across the mic once more, please, because we
Oh,
all
it's
need to
actually-
hear it.
That's why I kept talking, because I was trying to go over his fucking sandpaper scratching. Oh, he muted us. Like, oh, okay, guys.
No, he muted himself. Now it looks like he's just
He's-
jacking off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah,
It's
let me
like,
show you what I'm doing here.
Guess what? I'm still itchy. It's weird. I don't know why.
Get one of my hands itchy.
It's not my
Doesn't
hand
make
though.
sense.
I got this callus that just won't go away.
Yeah. That was funny. Like I remember like one time I like got a family like this was years back. My mom's like, you should try to do amateur hour for comedy. And then I you get like drunk enough and then you think about it. Right? So I did think about
Oh,
it. And then I'm like then I came up with a bit and it was like, remember the old N64 and the Mario Party where you just always have to like use your hand to do the mini games, and then you get
Yeah.
that blister right in the middle of your hand, and like
Yeah.
so that console comes out when I was a teenager. Nothing sucks more than having a giant blister in the middle of your right hand as a teenager.
Wow.
You know what? I think we should get a
See?
GoFundMe started.
See, that actually got a laugh, and this is like years later,
We should
and
get a
it's relatable because anybody who's played it knows exactly what I'm talking about.
And I know a target audience that would roll over, man. We should all go to Texas and go to Kill Tony, sign our names up.
Last year.
Huh? You
So I
did
was
that
already in
last year?
Texas last. I was in Texas last year.
Oh, so you can't go back? You've already been
Nope.
there, huh?
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'm going to the Carolinas this year.
Okay, but I haven't been to Texas, so tell me.
Well, it's just Kill Tony, the stand-up show.
Oh.
Like amateurs, like what Paris just did. It's an audience of people around our age, and
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a. They also do a very super hilarious podcast.
yes, thank you, Chris Best.
If I tried,
He knows what I'm talking about.
If I tried, I don't think I would be bad at an amateur hour thing. I won't be good, but I don't think I'd be half bad.
Oh, trust me, those professionals will let you know what they actually think. But they have a lot of fun with you on there, so.
I wipe a blue waffle with what those
Oh,
professionals
dude,
say.
why you got to say things like that?
Why?
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 What possesses a man to say those things?
Hey man, I don't imagine it. You do. That's your issue, not mine.
Yeah, you're the one who took it that way, JJ.
No, yeah. I'll let you guys have this one.
I mean, you're the one who's got the blue light around him, so.
I was trying to match your guys' background.
Dude, like, yeah, I mean, you're giving off Smurf vibes, and I just went there.
Smurf vibes, huh? What a jerk. Why did I even wait for you to get on to here?
Because I told
actually,
See,
Yeah,
this just means
I
that
was
you have
getting
multiple
ready to-
issues.
I was getting ready to leave, go get a shower, and go to bed.
Yeah, I should be doing the same here.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are you
dude,
talking
some of us
about,
have to
no?
actually do
Yeah,
a real job in the morning.
Hey, no means no, all right? No means no. Get to use it.
Yeah,
See?
it does. People need to learn that.
See, it's so funny how you can actually say that in like a way where it's like completely different from like the real way that gets you in trouble.
Yeah.
I could just
It's
use
like
it
a
in
loophole in language.
Oh, exactly.
Right.
That's like the best. If you can learn to be, if you can do the linguistic loophole, you're made for anything that involves like talking in front of an audience. But at
Oh,
the
yeah.
same time, like if you wrestle, you should be able to like work a live audience. You just have to understand what you're doing. So I don't think the transition is that difficult from like wrestling to like say like stand-up comedy. Unless you're just like not funny. That's a completely different issue. But I mean,
Yeah.
Well, and I don't know if you know this best from watching the show, but Tony is a huge wrestling fan, and he says exactly what you're saying right now. There's like not a big leap from what they do, especially like with the touring and going from place to place to do your craft in front of a new audience. And
it's just like doing the indies to working in WWE is like doing the clubs as a comedian to being an actor in a way, right? Like,
Yeah.
like that's kind of a way like all that like cutting your teeth in like the shittiest, stupidest things. And yeah, there's going to be some good experiences and like awesome ones, but
In a
the
way,
majority-
acting is similar in vein too, because you start off with like these low, dingy theaters that you do plays in before you make your way to Hollywood, you know? And even then there's still a chance that you won't do that.
outside of like schools, like we're gonna take a class to a play. Like who actually like or family members or like sad friends who just feel sorry for the person. Like who actually goes to plays? Unless you have a kid in there, that's completely different too. But like you
I don't
couldn't
know.
you couldn't
I sold
pay
out
me
9
to go
shows
to like
on my first play, so
if I don't know a single person in there, like at all, like if I have no ties, you could not pay me to go to a play. I just wouldn't care unless it's like an improv thing. And yes, I'm doing the Mark Wahlberg and Ted, like just heckling the living crap out of them. Because that would be fun.
What if it's boobs on Broadway?
Boobies.
Dude, I'll just go on Broadway then and just go shirtless. Like it's the
No
same
one wants
thing.
to see your bird chest.
Yeah, but there's a lot of boobs on Broadway that I'm sure nobody wants to see either.
You don't know that. Who are you speaking for?
Hey, have you seen all of them?
I've seen enough.
But have you seen them all?
I'm
I
not.
would like to see them all.
I'm not out here trying to collect them all.
And they're not Pokemon. God.
Well, I'm sure you're gonna try.
I said I'll say I've seen enough to make an educated guess that they're just fine. They're just fine.
You've seen enough where you're gonna take in the alter ego of being Chris Breast, right?
I would never be another Chris.
Come on. Hey,
No.
we're just joshing you.
Oh wow, because he hasn't heard that one before.
Oh, I'm sure he hasn't.
Oh no.
Whoa, almost got lit up.
All
Anyway,
right, fellas. I am
Yeah, I
going
gotta go to bed.
have to go. Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, then end the stream so it's just not like weird with Best and me.
no, I know. Hold on.
Don't. Just leave them up there.
Yeah, because I
Come on.
can't do it.
Nope. You have no control, sir.
I own
None at
this
all.
account.